African and non-African don't mean you're not African. Doesn't mean that. African and non-African don't mean you're not African. Doesn't mean that.
We understood that this nigga was clearly lying. We understood that this nigga was clearly lying.
You got to finish that convo with biblical DNA and keep shit real. People tried to misrepresent biblical DNA today, and I thought that was unfair. And when he came on, niggas got so excited they didn't even give him room to talk. The niggas did a show on Ankh for damn near 6 and 7 hours. Biblical DNA come up on there for the last few minutes, and motherfuckers wouldn't let him talk, but got his name in the caption. This be some fucked up ass ignorant nigga moderation shit, some disrespect. Niggas got agendas, cause biblical DNA would have went up there and cleared his motherfucking name and said you niggas is full of shit. And he's not gonna agree with that bullshit I wanna spin on him narratives is coming from the South bullshit. He's seen all that shit. Matter of fact, I'm gonna see if he gonna come on my show afterwards tomorrow.
All right, biblical DNA here. And today we have the liar, the pseudo, the insincere, Brother Ankh, to attack me for doing a presentation on what? This paper coming up right here, this one, this guy did a video, whole 6 hours, right? Regarding this paper, whole genome ancestry of an old kingdom Egyptian. Why? Feelings are hurt? I don't know. But anyways, Yeshub's already refuted him. Chief X has already refuted him. Now, biblical DNA is going to put it on him. Now, anybody associated with Brother Ankh, the God killer, I'm not with you. Like, don't associate with me. Straight up, don't associate with me. He asked me for my email the last few minutes of his video because I wanted to know what was it about. Why do a live about me for, right? Why do a live? What specifically, was so significant in my presentation that you have to take your time to do 6 hours dedicated to do a video about me live. And I go on the channel for the last few minutes, like Chief X said, right? And I ask him, sincere, like, why is my name Biblical DNA? What's going on? What seems to be the problem? Like, what's up? And let me tell you, this dude, I don't know if he can't handle like interactions when people confront him or what. I don't know exactly what it is, but he seemed to be soft compared to when he was talking shit when I wasn't on the damn stage. And when we get through this whole thing, it ends around, I think it's like 235-ish, something like that. And somebody that, you know, I've been friendly with, you know, I've been supportive of, you know, I've been showing up for his lives. I've done lives on his channel, presentations on his channel, but he supported pseudo shit about me, saying that he watched that shit and he supported it. Wow. This is the type of fucking people we associate with. Now, let me tell you, you probably are associated with him. You the viewer, you probably associated with this person. No, me, no more. I don't want shit to do with no Afrocentrist. I don't want nothing to do with a Eurocentrist. I don't care about that shit. I'm not about that life. I'm about the truth. That's what this channel's been about the whole time since I've been on YouTube. Is about the truth. Even before I had this channel, I was always trying to promote the truth. Whether it was small channel, giving little nuggets of truth or not. Pseudoism, that's not me, that's Unc. You are the pseudo. You are the insincere pseudo master. But let's go ahead and get to it.
What's good, family? Sit back.
What's going on, Astro 87? I appreciate you giving me shout outs in Chief X chat. I saw it.
Talk a little bit too much.
He said, I'm talking a little bit too much, but let me ask you this, Unc. Let me ask you something. Can I ask you something, Unc? Can I ask you something? Who the fuck is that guy? Who are you? I don't know you. Who are you? You some guy that always come on Brother Garfield channel, always pounding off at the mouth. Nobody wants to hear you. Once you come in Brother Garfield's freaking live, people exit. They don't want to hear you. You and Reggie, people exit. I see the number of viewers. As soon as you and Reggie come on the stage on Brother Garfield channel, they gone. People leave. They say, nope. Soon as they see both of y'all, nope. They don't want nothing to do with Brother Garfield's channel. They see, as soon as they say, oh, the conversation going sideways, it ain't worth it. So who are you? I don't know who you are. You don't know who I am. So instead of confronting me as a man, how old are you, Unc? You too old for this shit, man. You too old. Like, damn, man, you look like fucking Michelangelo from the Ninja fucking Turtles, bro. God, how old are you? And you a fucking veteran acting like that, bro? Come on, man. As a fucking U.S. Army fucking veteran, I expect more from your fucking ass if you're a fucking veteran. To another veteran. What kind of man is that? You gave me mine, so I'm giving yours in return.
That's enough. This is a little like drive-by, just to touch up a little bit, play a couple clips. You know what I'm saying? Sing. I already know that both sides of this conversation clown. They're taking the bits and pieces they wanted this conversation clown. They're taking
Clowning? What are you talking about, Boo Boo the Fool? Look at you. You're clowning. You're an old ass man on fucking YouTube talking shit about some dude you don't know. And now I gotta approach your fucking old ass because you attacked me and you don't fucking know what I'm about. You think I'm a religious? What are you talking about? Oh, Bible, man, go to your Bible. What are you talking about, Unc? I've been plenty of times on Brother Garfield's fucking live refuting people who says I believe in the Bible? So let me get this straight. Garfield knows I don't believe in the Bible. Ngozi knows I don't believe in the Bible. Fortune knows I don't believe in the Bible. And all three of them know I'm not religious. But you take it upon yourself to attack me without saying, you know, I've seen this guy around. I seen him do a live presentation on Brother Garfield's channel and whatnot. You know, I wonder if Garfield would, you know, introduce me and we can talk and stuff like that. I want to get to know him, see what this brother's about and stuff like that. Nah, you attacked me. You attacked me for what? For what? about one ancient Egyptian? We have 300 plus ancient Egyptians on their way from being sequenced, published. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? African, non-African, still African? Goofy? Bits and pieces. This man said bits and pieces. Bits and pieces, ass. I fucking read the whole fucking article, and I read the supplementary material, and I went to the data set. What your ass do? What did your ass do? You could fucking barely fucking read the article, and then you're telling me, oh, that's not what the article says. I literally skimmed through the fucking article as soon as I saw it was published and made a PowerPoint. And I made it where the material that I know most of my viewers, not your fucking viewers, I don't give a shit about you, Afrocentrists, my viewers, what they're interested in, and what people I know that have ADD, ADHD, they can't stick for the whole fucking paper. They don't want to fucking go through the whole fucking paper with you reading it. Ask me how I fucking know this shit. I done been doing this shit since 2022. It's only me I see in your shoe. The Yap Gang is the only one that does this shit. Your ass don't do this shit. Garfield don't do this shit. The Yap Gang and me is the only one that actually goes through these genetic papers and read these fucking papers all the way fucking through. Or give you the actual fucking evidence of what these papers are saying. Your ass don't do that. Every time I ever seen fucking your live, I just check it out. Cause I see it goes into my feed. And you're always talking about some dumbass shit. Or what's in the news. Oh, is just drama. Usually African American drama. I ain't got time for that bullshit.
So it's 2 articles. Let the people coming in first, man, big up.
And for the record, where was this man when the Israelite paper came out? Where was this man when the Canaanite papers came out? When all those other papers came out, he didn't make no damn fucking video about it. But he worried about this fucking sample, this Egypt sample. Why is it? You jealous, Unc? You jealous? Are you the same thing as Shaka Amos? We were the ones? Is that it? We were the ones? And did you get your feeling hurt when you found out you ain't got shit to do with this fucking ancient Egyptian? Guess what? 300 on their fucking way, and all 300 gonna be on the side of your fucking head because you ain't gonna have shit to do with them either.
For y'all conscious continuity, man. We appreciate what you're doing. How you doing? All right? Shout out to all the pseudo killers, man.
Pseudo killers, there's pseudo producers that they fucking around with you, man. They producing pseudo shit and they fucking around with you, bro. We talk about pseudo killer. They are the fucking inventor of pseudoism. They fucking promoting pseudoism. They fucking pseudos. What are you talking about? Pseudo killer. Y'all are the fucking pseudos. The fuck?
Appreciate everybody, man. Hits, I see you, man. What's good, man? What it do? What it do? What it do? I see the pseudo killer official. I see what it do. Todd, what's good with you, man? So yeah, man, we gonna get it in real light. Just let them know what the hell.
No, the fuck you don't know what the hell you doing around here.
Experts, make sure we don't gotta do that. And shout out to the Magi Arches Science Department. They got a pseudoscience department. We're gonna get them next. I want to touch this up a little bit, man, because I know the pseudoscience department is gonna be waiting next, right? I know the clown chief X is gonna be waiting next, so I might as well get it first. All right, that's how we do it. Preemptive strike right off the top.
So far, by watching Chief X video, watching your dumbass fucking video, I'm rocking with Chief X. I'm rocking with Chief X all day. People tell me, oh, but Chief X is pseudo too. He ain't pseudo like this motherfucker right here. This motherfucker pseudo shit. Out of all the fucking videos I done made, This the first one he has something to fucking say about. That big ass nose in my fucking business.
Well, let's get right into it, right? Let me, first of all, man, drop a link to everybody want to have a conversation, right? So we want to type of things. Just a couple points I want to be involved, man. Drop a link in the server for anybody who wants to jump in it. All right, I know we're gonna have a lot of people that think they're scientists and all that. Yeah, I know. All right, there's points here that I need to put down here, and I need to make right. It's actually kind of different. Gotta make sure that, man, if you follow me on Facebook, man, West, man, go ahead and tap in, man. Make sure y'all like and subscribe on all our social media, man.
Don't like and subscribe to this motherfucker. This dude's a pseudo bitch. Like, he's a pseudo fucking bitch. I mean, what kind of dude runs his fucking mouth about somebody, but when that person comes on your fucking stage, you sit there and don't say shit. The shit that you was talking, you don't do none of that shit when they're on the stage. And I didn't have no fucking clue you was running your mouth the way you were doing until I fucking watched this shit with you shoot. I had no fucking clue, man. No fucking clue. That's soft. Just like fucking Chief X said, that's soft. What kind of grown-ass man sit there and run his fucking mouth like that, but then you on stage, you won't do shit. You don't say none of that stuff. And I just ask you straight up, what problems do you have? Like, what's the issue? Tell me straight up. Like, I don't like fake ass people. Just tell me straight up. If you need me to explain something or clarify, I got no problem doing that shit. That would have been a simple fix, a fucking Zoom meeting, whatever you fucking needed. But I was never, ever gonna fall for no Afrocentric nonsense. Never. I was never falling for that shit. I know Y-DNA lineages. I know mtDNA lineages. I know their migrations. Why do you think I'm so fucking invested in this shit for? Because that's what I'm interested in. That's what I plan on pursuing a PhD in. You don't know this shit, man. I'm a freaking graduate student for data science, going to do bioinformatics in the fucking fall. That's what I'm interested in. And you running your mouth talking about, I don't know what I'm talking about. When I do all this fucking research, I learn stuff on my fucking own, but I don't know what I'm talking about. I tell you what, take that damn telescope and try to see if you can fucking find your brain, because you clearly don't have one.
Got 23,000. Let's go. So we can get it going like we're supposed to. Yeah, it's gonna be a good one. Quick drive by. We're gonna get to some details. Some things you need to know and understand so you don't go off on the pseudo world. And I tell you what, there was an excellent.
If you want to go into the pseudo world, you follow If you don't want to go into the pseudo world, you block that motherfucker and don't fucking look back. Just block his ass, slip away. Don't have no association with fucking the God killers, whatever they call the pseudo killers. Don't have no fucking association with any of them. Why? Because they following this dude. Why would you want to follow this guy for? Your shoe couldn't even fucking stop. Every fucking minute he had to stop because this dude was fucking lying, bro. This dude was blatantly lying. I go in Chief X video, same shit. Motherfuckers lying. That's insincere. That's what fucking pseudo is. He's insincere. Either he knowingly lying or he fucking don't know he's lying. But it's insincere to fucking criticize somebody else when your shit ain't fucking together yourself.
Excellent. Sahara, Article 2. All right.
Let's get into it. Let's get into this Sahara paper. Let's get into the Sahara. Let's do it. You talking about this one right here? Do you want to see this sample matched up with the fucking PCA and with the fucking ancient Egyptian sample and ain't got shit to do with it? Oh, you didn't know? Yeah, you can fucking do that shit with calculators, G25 calculators, but you don't even know how to use that. But you worrying about biblical DNA. You worried about me, what I fucking do on my channel, instead of worrying about what you fucking do in drama and whatever's going on in the fucking community.
Like, glad I'm slow, man. Because some things I got to change up. There's a whole lot of African claims of Africa following way colonialism, where they come.
What does that got to do with anything? African Americans loving Africa but following. What the hell is that? Like, what is he talking about? I don't even know. If somebody's African American and can translate that to me, I don't know what that is. So are they forced to? Oh, we have to wear fucking the continent of Africa on their fucking chest every day? Like, is that like the fucking Superman? Like, they have to have the continent of Africa on their fucking. Like, what are you talking about? Like, what is that? Like, what are you saying right now? They're in America. If they was in Africa, they'll be fucking all about why they're in the fucking America. You're gonna sit there and say, "Oh, well, African Americans aren't really showing love for Africa." What are you saying right now? What is that? What is he talking about?
Cut Africa in half, and sub-Saharan Africa, Black Africa, and the rest of Africa.
Cut Africa in half. So North Africans and Sub-Saharan Africans. Gee, isn't that funny? Isn't that the same thing what Garfield always talks about with the Saharan desert and people not walking across the damn thing? You know how many times I heard that and I'm like, oh, Garfield, no, that's not really true. You need to like stop saying that. And I gave him like articles and stuff like that. But you never made a video about that shit, I guarantee. But are those populations different? Yes. That's why we have freaking genetics. Population geneticists that fucking determine this shit. That can fucking be able to determine why these populations have different genetics. What's their different admixture? That's why we have archaeogenetics to find past migrations, different lineages going from point A to point B, which you don't like because you don't like fucking paternal haplogroups. You don't like maternal haplogroups. You don't like stuff like that. You don't like admixture. But you want to talk about it. You want to talk about, oh, because it's an ancient Egyptian sample. But hey, once those 300 fucking samples come out and they all saying the same shit that they related to Near Eastern and West Asian and North African and all that area up there, what's going to be the problem then? What's going to happen then? What's going to happen then? Like, what is it then? Mixed multitude. Yes, melting pot and people coming from different locations around that region. Just like I told Garfield 2 years ago now. It was 2023, the end of 2023, when I did the live presentation on there. And I said ancient Egypt was a melting pot. There was people from different locations going to ancient Egypt. Until we have a significant fucking study, which 300 damn fucking ancient Egyptian samples, that's going to be a lot of fucking that's going to be a lot of fucking examples.
And this article right here actually helps explain the situation.
How does it help explain the situation if it's one ancient Egyptian? Yes, we know of this one ancient Egyptian sample, and he's showing that he shares close affinities with ancient North Africans and West Asians, past and modern.
How to do it? It really gives a great explanation on this. Let me show this thing. Not really talk about this. It's a little point. All right, but this one right here, I suggest all y'all read it before they get their hands on it and make up what they want. What's up, you little beneficial man? What's good? This is entitled Ancient DNA when it comes to her ancestry of Africa. Right? Okay. We're really talk about this whole genome ancestry of an old king. Egyptian, old king. Okay. So let's start off with Sub-Saharan Africa. I don't like the term Sub-Saharan Africa. This is a
what is he? See, what does that got to do with anything? Let's start off with Sub-Saharan African. What is he talking about? He just went to the paper. This is the proof I'm talking about. This is a pseudo, bro. He's insincere. Let's go to the paper. But let's talk about sub-Saharan Africans. Which is it? Are we talking about this paper or are we talking about this paper or this paper? Are we talking about what's, I mean, he's off in different locations. And this ain't really sub-Saharan African. So I don't know what he's talking about. Like, you either dealing with the ancient Egyptian samples or you dealing with fucking sub-Saharan Africans. Which one you dealing with? Man, dudes creates so much confusion.
And then sometimes it's really located over that, but you know how they play the game. It's a joke.
What playing the game? What are you talking about? Who's playing the fucking game? You the one playing the fucking game. You're not a fucking geneticist. You're not a fucking archaeologist. You're not an anthropologist. You're not a fucking person that's going to school for this shit. So what are you talking about? This is why people like me, Yeshub, Yap Gang, we fucking read what the fucking experts have to say on the subject. You, aren't the fucking expert. So what are you talking about, bro? What are you saying? Listen again what this fucking dude had to say.
It's really located over time Sudan is in sub-Saharan, and then sometimes it's really located over that. Sudan is in sub-Saharan, and then sometimes.
Are you talking about Southern Sudan? Or are you talking about Northern Sudan? And what does that got to do with this ancient Egyptian sample? Why aren't we talking about the ancient Egyptian sample? Since you want to mention fucking Sudan, why don't you mention the fucking samples that was found in Moritz Jacobs' PhD thesis of the Nubian fucking samples? Why don't you mention that? Huh? Why don't you fucking mention that? Do you need me to give you the fucking dissertation for that? Or I can give you a fucking video of Egyptologist 7 who fucking did a video on this shit. And you can fucking sit there and cry and moan and bitch about it. Because guess what? Guess what affinities they shared with? Levantine, North African, Levantine, West Eurasian. But I don't want to talk about that, so why are we talking about Sudan for?
It's really located over that, but you know how they play it. It's a joke. Now, we talk about biodiversity, the occurs, it's very, they're saying it's sub-Saharan, right? Sub-Saharan Africa. It's very biodiverse. In fact, what we know as of now, the species Homo sapiens come out of sub-Saharan Africa.
Dude, he's all over the fucking place, bro. What are you talking about, bro? We going from fucking ancient Egypt, Northeast Africa with the ancient Egyptian sample to sub-Saharan Africans to Sudan, Northeast Africa to Homo sapiens. Why damn? Why people follow this dude for, man? He just created so much fucking confusion. Stick to one fucking topic. You know, that's the reason why I did a fucking PowerPoint. I laid everything fucking clearly out so people can fucking get a grasp of what's in the fucking paper. And majority of the people, guess what, they're not gonna fucking read it. They're not gonna fucking listen to me or Yeshub fucking go over the whole fucking article because they don't have the attention span to do it.
Say, well, there's a fine, but I also find one 260 somewhere in the range of South Africa. Okay, somewhere in like Middle Africa. No, old boys, 200,000. Right, but what we know right now, right, Homo sapiens is a species that first resided in sub-Saharan Africa. Right, I would say.
What the fuck does that got to do with the ancient Egyptian sample, bro? We just saying, well, let's Homo sapiens just started in sub-Saharan Africa. Like, what the fuck does that got to do with anything, bro? Like, this is why this dude, I'm glad you fucking study Homo sapiens. Great. Now fucking study Y chromosomes, study mtDNA, and study migrations out of Africa and back migrations into Africa. Study that shit because you fucking need it.
In the tropics, I like that. Okay, but that's the conversation. Hopefully we can get Great Samara to actually write a good article.
Yeah, get the pseudo Afrocentrist Soy Quieta to fucking write some shit. Yeah, great.
But geopolitical boys y'all can look at. Okay? But there's no doubt the most diverse population that occurs in Africa would be in that region that they call sub-Saharan Africa. Go hit the link. The link is in the daggone thing. So Nisha Wright was good. Don't Killer Fish, Killer Honor was good. Nisha Wright was good. But again, Cleveland is in the building. Guys, Killer Honor, man, what did you do? So we don't want to mess this up, right? What I'm telling
You already messed it up, bro. He fucking switched to like already fucking like 5 or 6 topics. Rewind the fucking video and see if I'm lying. How many fucking topics did he fucking switch it to? He created so much confusion, bro. This is why you should have just done a fucking PowerPoint and asked me to go over, or just fucking brought me on the stage, or done something fucking on Zoom, and we could have fucking had a nice conversation. But instead, you just came on a fucking live, all out of fucking disorganization, don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Start with a fucking ancient Egyptian sample, go into sub-Saharan Africa, go into fucking Sudan, go into Homo sapiens. Bro.
these articles, but I understand the article. It's one article.
He understands the article? Bro, did you really understand the fucking article? Because when I fucking listened to it with Yeshu, it don't sound like you fucking understood the article, because everything for my fucking PowerPoint was from the fucking article. And you had no clue. You just said the article don't state that. And the article fucking did state that, because I got all the information from my PowerPoint from the article, man. From the fucking article, minus the fucking snips that I took as a researcher, took my behind on Family Tree DNA, which I paid money for. Why fool? Yeah, which you fucking didn't do, because you got, oh, why is he talking about SNPs? Why is he talking about SNPs? What's I group? I group. You couldn't even say haplogroup. So this fucking dude, man.
Now we gotta wait for the science to respond back. Then we get a clear picture of it, right? There are limitations in both of these articles. But I did learn from the North Africa, Sahara, the ancient DNA for the Great Sahara, the ancestry from Africans.
Wait a minute.
In both of these articles, the science to respond back. Then we understand the article. It's one article. So now we gotta wait for the scientists to respond back.
The scientists respond back to what? To an Afrocentrist like you? About what? About Moritz Jacobs' fucking PhD thesis that Joel fucking Irish and other fucking geneticists is part of? Like, what's the, in fucking archaeologists, anthropologists, why would they have to respond to you? What fucking information do they have to give this fucking racist fucking pseudo Afrocentrist on fucking YouTube? Who the fuck is this guy? Who the fuck is you, bro? Who the fuck is this guy? What the fuck is that? Does anybody know who fucking Ankh is? Like, who cares who the fucking this guy is? Hey, Egyptologist 7, I'm glad you're here. I want to play your video. If you can give me the thumbs up, I appreciate it. I want to do the Kieta, the soy Kieta. I much appreciate it. And if you could, if we can get together and do a huge video to tear down soy Kieta. I want to get all the smoke on him and expose him as a fucking Afrocentrist, because I know you did a great job. You did a great job. I wanted to play it, so if you can give me the thumbs up, I much appreciate it. I'm glad you're here.
Clear picture, right? There are limitations in both of these articles, but I did learn from the North Africa, Sahara, the ancient DNA for the Great Sahara, the ancestry from Africans. That what I do recognize is that's a damn good article. Brother Joe, how you doing, man?
It's a damn good article.
You about to talk about some fire right here. That's about to be good. That article opened my eyes to some stuff, man. That article like a fuck shot. Had a lot of folks messing stuff up. I think it's on purpose. All right, I'm going on.
They say it was a lot of folks messing stuff up. Guess who it was, y'all? This guy right here. This guy, he was messing all of it up. He messed the whole video up. He messed it up so bad. This is the same guy that says this. Listen to what this guy says.
African and non-African don't mean you're not African. Doesn't mean that.
We understood that this nigga was clearly lying.
Talking about a whole bunch of people messing stuff up. It was Ankh messing stuff up.
But you go ahead and do your thing.
And maybe if it's not on purpose, we have been controlled so much by what I would say racism, white supremacy, and what they tell you black African is and what it ain't. And we follow that and we fought for that. Now we're in a situation where we just need to love Africa.
Thank you.
What does that got to do with anything? What the hell? So that's like the 7th thing that he's going off on. We're going to start off with the ancient Egyptian sample. We're going to talk about sub-Saharan Africa. We're going to talk about Northeast Africa, Sudan. We're going to talk about Homo sapiens. We're going to talk about this, that, other, bam, boom, bing. What is he talking about? We just got to love Africa. Do you love Africa, huh? Why are you so fucking focused on other people fucking loving Africa for, man? I don't know, man. If somebody can please explain to me why he's so focused on other people loving fucking Africa. Do you love fucking Africa, huh? Because you the one seem to have an issue with loving fucking Africa. And you got so much obsession with loving Africa. You know that you can move to Africa, right? Just like if I want to fucking move to fucking South America, I have the ability to move to South America or fucking Europe or any fucking where in the fucking world. So put in your paperwork, bro. What you waiting for? I done know people that fucking moved to Africa. I served with people in the military that were from Africa, Nigeria, Cameroon, Ethiopia, Eritrea. I know people that came from Africa. The Congo. You don't even know this shit, man. It's people from Africa that serves in the fucking U.S. military, bro.
Like you can't turn around and do the same thing if you're saying this. So now we've learned to care only about the Sub-Saharan Africa, and then we fight to a standstill with the racist white supremacy, and then we wrong. Crazy.
Typical Afrocentrist, the white supremacy. What is he talking about, bro? So love Africa, then white supremacy. Holy shit, this fucking guy, man. Holy shit. Like, what the fuck is he talking about? And he's worried about my fucking PowerPoint that I made for people like that have fucking attention deficit disorder. Are you serious, bro? Like, I can't, man.
Find out that North African population is the indigenous African population, right? Now, I'm gonna say some things. Yes, North Africa is an indigenous North African population, right? Just as African as what they're calling the Sub-Saharan African population. As a matter of fact, that basal lineage in actually diverged, the terminology diverged from a Sub-Saharan African, what they call L3. Oh, diverged, maybe approximately 50,000 years ago. All right, that's what that North, the Sahara are talking about. I'm gonna get into that.
Yeah, you don't need it because that new one that just came out, don't touch that.
I want to talk about first, just to understand what we kind of just get it. So once again, right, I once heard Double X say, North African population is, more closely related to the Levant, Levantine, all that.
They come from Iran.
They come from Iran. Yeah, they call that. That's not the truth. That North African population.
What?
They come from Iran.
African population, right? I once heard Double X say, North African population is, more closely related to the Levant, Levantine. Wait a
minute. He says the North African population is close to the Levant. Wait a minute. This genetic affinity is similar to the ancestry appearing in Anatolia and the Levant during the Neolithic and Bronze Age. Although more genomes are needed to fully understand the genomic diversity of early Egyptians, our results indicate that contacts between Egypt and the Eastern Fertile Crescent were not limited to objects, just imagery, such as domesticated animals, plants, as well as writing systems, but also encompass human migration. Human migration, Unc? What are you talking about, bro? What are you talking about? Did you actually fucking read the article? Did you fucking read the fucking article? Why are they fucking affiliated with fucking West Asian people if there was no fucking migrations from the Levant? Why is North African, that fucking middle Neolithic Morocco sample, why is it? Let me show you something, Oxen. I was gonna wait to the fucking video, but this is how fucking stupid you are. You shouldn't have fucked with me. You fucked with the wrong one. You fucked with the wrong one when it comes to this fucking topic, bro. Do you see that? Levant pre-pottery Neolithic B And guess what, dumbass? Guess what fucking pre-Paleolithic Neolithic B was fucking associated with? Take a fucking wild guess. We'll see what is fucking associated. Let's go. Look at this, y'all. Anatolian Neolithic. So what the fuck was they doing in the fucking Levant? Why was they migrating back and forth? This dude is so fucking pseudo, bro. He don't know nothing. He don't know about this shit. He don't know about this stuff. He don't know about these migrations. But he got the fucking audacity to fucking approach me with this shit. Look at this. Y-DNA T1A1A1A1. Now, you can see why this is so significant to understand and learn fucking Y-DNA lineages and where they originate and where they migrated to. Because simpletons like fucking Onks, dumbass, he don't fucking know this shit. Look at all this migration of T, how it got into North Africa. So you telling me these non-Africans are somehow Africans, or were they Africans when they became Africans? Were they Africans all the way up over here in the Zagros? Were they Africans all the way over here in the Levant? Oh, they were always fucking Africans. This dude is so fucking pseudo, man. So fucking pseudo. Admixture. Where is this coming from? Can you explain this? Can you explain this? You trying to fucking teach me? Can you explain this? Do you know anything about this? Why is this admixture? Why is these migrations? Why do they mix and stuff like that? You don't understand. There's a lot of people that's interested in genetics and archaeogenetics specifically. This is what we do. This is our hobby. This is our interest. This is what we love, man. You shouldn't have fucked with me, man. Because this is what I fucking love. I fucking have, this is my best fucking hobby. But it's better for me than fucking going to the gym, than going fishing, than doing a lot of shit. I love fucking genetics, especially population genetics.
They come from Iran. They come from Iran.
Yeah. They call that. That's not the truth. That North African population, like that basal end, is Africa. And it's just as African as what they call the sub-Saharan Africa. And just as African is what they call the Northeast Africa, the Northwest Africans, the South Africans, the Central Africans, the West Africans. You need to bring that all together. And Dr. Kato did. He said, there's no one way. The African. But since we brought into it, you know them Sub-Saharan Africans, jet black, got the curly, tight, curly, peppercorn hair. Peppercorn hair.
What the fuck, see? This dude is so fucking pseudo. Like, holy shit, we talking about Pepper's what hair? What did he say?
Jet black, got the curly, tight, curly, peppercorn hair. Peppercorn hair.
Peppercorn hair, tight curly peppercorn hair. What the fuck does that got to do with the ancient Egyptians? You see, he's trying to fucking bring fucking plant seeds in people's fucking head and put all that bullshit in the fucking listener's head. So by the time he gets to the point of fucking reading the damn article, they so full of bullshit. Instead of showing the samples that was used to determine admixture for this fucking ancient Egyptian, instead of doing that shit, he talking about peppercorn hair, black skin. What the fuck is that got to do with anything, bro? Like, damn, man. You are fucking pseudo, bro. You are fucking pseudo. Like, just retire, bro. Take YouTube off. You ain't meant for this, bro. You ain't meant for this, man. You not meant for this shit, bro. When I do a fucking video, I have all my citations in the fucking description, and I fucking go all over my fucking shit, bro. I go all over every fucking thing that I meant to fucking. You over here talking about peppercorn fucking hair, man. Khoisan had peppercorn hair. What the fuck is he talking about, bro? This dude is a pure Afrocentrist, man. Why are y'all friends with this dude, man? I hope a lot of people that's following this dude fucking watch my video. Stop following this dude. Have you fucking heard anything about the ancient Egyptian fucking sample and what it was admixed with yet? Nothing. You haven't heard where the fucking ancestors of this fucking ancient Egyptian came from. You've heard about peppercorn hair. You've heard about Homo sapiens. You've heard about Northeast Africa, Sudan, and you heard about fucking Sub-Saharan Africans and some other bullshit. Oh, why an African American should love being African? What the fuck is he talking about, bro? So they gotta love to be African before loving to be fucking where they're living at in America, where this fucking country is fucking where they live at. So they have to just give up everything and love being fucking African. Again, if you fucking love being fucking African, do what you gotta do and just move there, bro. What's holding you back? I done seen plenty of people that has taken that fucking journey and moved to new locations outside of America. What is stopping you, bro? Why are you telling your fucking audience that? Tell yourself, because honestly, it doesn't sound like you love Africa very much. If you have to fucking promote it that much, something you're compensating for, bro. You're compensating for something.
Show you the picture, right? You show you the picture of where we at. Let me see if I can find it. This is where we basically at. We're basically here. Let me see. We're basically here.
While you looking for them, let me say this to you. They didn't write that article like they did. It's not on purpose. It just reveals how much our community been messing this stuff up. To be honest with you, they simply dropped the info, and now when you read it, you can see where all the mistakes been made. A lot of mistakes.
You are already making mistakes.
What I want to find. You put up some good points in there, Joe. I need to find this. You know the daggone chart where they make the places, bro. This chart, man. I guess I would have to go to Nickboy. I believe I go to Nickboy article.
What is he talking about? The Negroid? Did y'all just hear that? The Negroid article, bro. You can't make this shit up, bro. The Negroid article, bro. This is the same guy that said this shit, bro. This dude's out of his mind. This is the same guy that said this, bro.
African and non-African don't mean you're not African. Doesn't mean that.
Now he's telling fucking African Americans to love being African. What the fuck is he talking about, man? It's this fucking dude, man.
You put that one when they came out with the races of people. They started calling people yellow and black and brown and white.
Yeah, I need that. I'm gonna show you where we at. Where we, you know, we're all here. We all. I'm trying to tell you, well, we all fit somewhere in that group. We do. I swear, bro. And here you go. And we try to fight our way out of it. You know how hard it was to fight out of that, bro. Yo, when you know what really helped you get out of it? Where the mad guy archer science department, pseudoscience department, yo, we do not allow arrows in the chart. Moderate, just cut the arrows out. You don't mind the mad guy archer science department, right? But we don't allow arrows. Arrows can't shoot tanks.
They not even arrows no more. Though. After that last one by the head of the science department over there, they shoot twigs at this point. They don't. You know.
Okay, sounds good. Hey, Chief X, if you could, it's I'm not seeing a lot of comments on here. A lot of it's getting censored. So, if you could just email me, it's biblical genetics. Yeah, I don't see no number though.
Sir, let's take a look at this. Because I swear, I know it's like right here. Let's throw it up. This where we at.
Chief X, look at this shit, yo. What the fuck? Why would you put my name associated with this bullshit? This is the most low blow shit ever. Like, why would you? I don't never talk about stuff like this. He's crazy. Like, this is an airhead. I never talk about stuff like this. And you're gonna fucking associate my fucking handle name with this bullshit. And then he's gonna talk about, oh, look how they made the African, but look how they made the European all nice and clean and suited. Look how they made the Native American, but look how they made the Australian Aborigines, bro. I never talk about stuff like that. Why would you associate this with biblical DNA? Why would you give this to your audience before talking about ancient DNA for an ancient Egyptian? So you're making it seem you're trying to lay these fucking seeds in the viewer's fucking head and your followers' head that they want you to think that fucking you're less than a European, therefore they're doing the same thing with the ancient Egyptians. This guy's an Afrocentrist fucking racist. Bro, I can't even, man. I can't. Yes, I know. It's nuts. It's nuts. This dude is something else, bro. Like, I can't.
Let's talk about the trick right in front of your eyes. You'll find
no, bro. Let's not talk about this bullshit. This is pathetic. This is what Unc's about. You shouldn't have done this, bro. Like, you exposed yourself. I don't know how anybody's still following you. You literally exposed yourself. Now I want to talk about it. Okay.
See the bio and
Okay. Well, what do you mean? What are you talking about? The thing is that number one, who was Cleopatra? Well, what I'm saying, Cleopatra was probably Macedonian. Well, she was Macedonian. Yeah, that's what I mean. Well, I don't know about Elizabeth Taylor specifically.
Yes, he is emotional, Rick. I don't know what the hell is wrong with him. I don't know what he thought it would be a good idea to attack me.
Who are lighter skinned, straight hair from 60,000 years ago. Always. They're not new. That's my whole point. In fact, I can make the argument that those kinds of characteristics actually originated in that. But they didn't come from someplace else. They're part of modern humanity, or they're part of humanity. And there's no reason to believe that they could not have originated in Africa. Incidentally, skin color can flip back and forth, but they didn't come from. Can make the argument that those kinds of characteristics actually originated in that. But they didn't come. I can make the argument that kind.
What is he talking about? Characteristics.
But I would dare to say that within the Nile Valley, within the Nile Quarter, within super-Saharan Africa, there have always been people.
Super-Saharan. What did he say? Say that again.
I would dare to say that within the Nile Valley, within the Nile Quarter, within super-Saharan Africa, there have always
Super-Saharan Africa. What is he talking about, bro? He just making shit up. This is who you follow. This is your idol, Super-Saharan Africa, bro. Did he mean sub-Saharan Africa? What the fuck is Super-Saharan Africa? What is that? He just makes shit up, bro. I don't know, man. I don't know. I've never heard that before. Never. I've never heard of a Super-Saharan Africa. Is it similar to like a Super Saiyan? Does it like fucking glow during a fucking Saharan dust storm? Does it start fucking glowing yellow and shit? Golly, man. Fuck.
Always been people who are lighter skinned, straight hair from 60,000 years ago. Always. They're not new. That's my whole point. In fact, I can make the argument that
so light skin and straight hair, it all developed in Africa. So it never had any type of migrations or anything like that. There was no bike migrations or anything like that, because Quieta doesn't read the actual fucking studies to prove that there was back migrations from people from the Levant, from the Anatolia, people coming from the Iberian Peninsula. And I understand this video is old, but Ankh is playing this shit because he don't fucking know this fucking studies. He don't know this research. Why would you be playing this outdated fucking video about Quieta when Quieta won't even, I guarantee this man still won't fucking admit of all the migrations coming into Africa from fucking the Levant, coming in from the Iberian Peninsula, and more than likely a crossing from the Mediterranean Sea.
Those kinds of characteristics actually originated in that. That they didn't come from someplace else. They're part of modern humanity, or they're part of humanity. And there's no reason to believe that they could not have originated in Africa. Incidentally, skin color can flip back and forth from an evolutionary point of view. We now know every 15,000 or so years. It's not the sort of thing that, it takes 100,000 years, million years to live in one place. And skin color itself is not always an accurate index, even in current situations like in Brazil and Venezuela. It doesn't necessarily give you a proportionate amount of ancestry. You got people with very fair skin, but actually have more quote-unquote black ancestry than some people who are actually dark. So you have to be very careful about what you think you can quantify from that, again, based on science evidence. Now, the issue of having narrow features, narrow face, and what have you, we have remains, and normally I would show you the slide, but we're not going to get to that today. But people from Gambel's Cave in East Africa, down in Kenya, they're probably about 10,000 to 12,000 years old. If you measure them up and submit them to a forensic type analysis, they'll cluster with Europeans. They're not Europeans. Their limb ratios are as tropical as you can be.
What the fuck is he talking about? They could be as tropical as can be, but they clustering with Europeans.
Narrow features, narrow face, and what have you. We have remains, and normally I would show you the slide, but we're not going to get to that today. But people from Gambel's Cave in East Africa, down in Kenya, they're probably about 10,000 to 12,000 years old. If you measure them up and submit them to a forensic type analysis, they'll cluster with Europeans. They're not Europeans. Their limb ratios are as tropical as you can be.
This dude's nuts. He's nuts. And I'm wondering if he's talking about people that migrated from the Levant into the Arabian Peninsula into the Horn of Africa. Is that who you talking about? You talking about those people? So if you saying that they look to be European or be clustering with Europeans based off their cranial, based off of what what they would have looked like, man, oh man. So that whole Natufians with tropical bodies was bullshit the whole time. And Ankh is just, look how hard Ankh is looking at this shit, bro. Look how hard, like, he's just like, this is my hero. This, look at him, man. Like, look how hard he's looking at this shit. Like, why are you looking at this shit? That you should have been looking at that fucking article, this ancient Egyptian genome fucking paper like that. That's what you should have been doing. And that way you would have fucking read my fucking PowerPoint or listened to my ass. But like, oh shit, he actually fucking he did a great job of fucking summarizing the whole fucking, like, good part of the fucking article. Goofy dude, man. What the fuck?
Come from like
Charlie, you can ask more questions later.
get Charlie out of there, yo. Charlie, trip. Okay, trip. Okay.
Nah, bro. We doing this one. You bring in Kieta, I got you, son. Thank you so much, Egyptologist 7.
The earliest agriculture, in terms of seed and barley agriculture, occur in northern Egypt. And those crops, the wheat and the barley, clearly came from the Near East, although there may have been some wild ballot barley in the Delta that is covered over by water now, early sites that you can't find. But the fact is that these crops emerge.
Yo, Astro 87, he making shit up. Like, he's straight. And the thing is like, why are you playing outdated shit? Like, why are you fucking playing? We have ancient DNA from people from East Africa. Like, what's going on? How many videos have fucking Egyptologists fucking made on this shit?
Some 2000.
Nah, let's not get it twisted. He said that the cranial would cluster with Europeans. That's what he fucking said. Don't come with no lies, Afro teacher, bro. I don't want to hear it. He said that they would cluster with Europeans.
After they were in the Near East. Some people have taken this to mean that farmers migrated from the Near East. However, that's not true. Again, this argues against some sort of migration of the Neolithic, what some people would call a particular type of diffusion, demic diffusion. This is all a part of Saharo-Nilotic Africa. The Nile Valley civilization emerged from a Saharo-Nilotic base, and that, if you wanted to use one skull as a denotation, or connotation rather, of a population, then that would tell you right there that the implication that the Egyptians had all been Near Easterners is wrong, even in the Abusir region.
No evidence that something called the Egyptian community or Egyptian culture was created in Syria, that a whole community of people came to the Nile Valley. The idea that you had to populate Egypt from the Near East even 50, 60,000 years ago is not necessary.
Bullshit.
So this, for those in the future that don't know what exactly Egyptologist 7 is showing, is the PhD thesis that Moretz, before she was Jacobs, wrote for her PhD thesis. We present the first genome of an Old Kingdom individual from Nurat, Egypt, dated to 2868 to 2492 BCE, 95.4% probability, firmly placing this genome within the 3rd, 4th dynasties. We directly estimate the outgroup F3 confirms the relative affinity between NUE001 and the Levant Neolithic. NUE001 is most similar to Levantine populations dated from the Paleolithic to the Bronze Age. Levantine Natufians, Anatolia Epipaleolithic, and Iranian Mesolithic was a single source significantly fits NUE001 p-value greater than 0.05, implying that modeling could benefit from better coverage. Second, the Natufian-related ancestry could have resulted from an older migration during the Paleolithic. In Morocco, researchers have found that Natufian ancestry was not only associated with Neolithization there, but was already present 15,000 years ago. Under this hypothesis, Neolithic Western Desert inhabitants could have been related to the Levantine population and be the sole people repopulating the Nile Valley. All right, it says NUE001 carried mtDNA haplogroup I, which originated 21,000 years ago in West Asia. This is very important because said that that's not what the article says. That mtDNA haplogroup I didn't originate in West Asia. I read the PhD thesis when it was released back in February. This is where I got this from. That's how I knew of the citation. And I'm like, I know what I'm talking about. I know that what I remember it saying that. I'm spot on, but you are pseudo. And thank you so much, Egyptologist7, for making this video of refuting and exposing Soy Quieta, Ank's idol, his unsung hero. NUE001 carried the E1B1B1B2 Y chromosome haplogroup, which is descended from E1B1B1B and is exclusively North African, being associated with Berber and Western Desert Egyptian populations. However, QP Atom ancestry modeling confirmed that NUE001 could not be modeled as a mixture of Levant, Natufian, and East Africa late Stone Age ancestries. Same for the 2/3 intermediate period Egyptians, JK 2911 and JK 2134. The low ancestry component estimate with admixture could result from background noise, making it unlikely that NUE001 carried East African related ancestry. And that was proven with the with the peer-reviewed publication of the research. Yep, that's right, Yeshua. That's right. Hey, Yeshua, how do I make people moderators and stuff like that? I can't do it on my phone. Do I have to do it on the website? This F3 multi-population model from the study measures the amount of shared drift between populations using allele frequency. As you can tell, it definitely ain't no association. And it's so funny because when you listen to Ankh, he pretty much was going all off on the tangent of like Sudan and stuff like that. Where there you go. What does Sudan cluster with? This dude, man. Okay.
This is a human skull, and these characteristics that are shown here are called non-metric traits or traits. And these are just basically anatomical variations. These traits are sometimes called epigenetic, and many people believe that, at least for certain circumstances, that using these traits are sort of like using DNA from the skeleton. My own opinion about any of this kind of research is that at a certain level, in restricted time frames and in local areas, I think that these methods are very valuable. Depending on how you analyze the Badarian series, they will cluster with tropical Africans, or they'll cluster with other Northeast Africans.
Nah, don't let that slide. Don't let that slide.
Tropical Africans, or they'll cluster with other Northeast Africans. Series, they will cluster with tropical Africans, or they'll cluster with other Northeast Africans. Series, they will cluster with tropical Africans, or they'll cluster with other Northeast Africans.
We understood that this nigga was clearly lying.
Let that shit slide. Nah, sucker.
Super-Saharan Africans. If you use a big database and you put extreme variance in it, they'll cluster in a group of Northeast Africans, and that whole cluster will cluster with Europeans. If you use another set of variables, you'll get the Northeast Africans clustering out, and the Europeans will cluster over here, and the other Africans will cluster over there. Again, the issue is understanding your methods.
Nah, the issue is, this is the issue, Kieta. This is the issue right there.
That this nigga was clearly lying.
That's the issue. Kieta made sure his methods always erred falsely on the side of sub-Saharan Africans, owing to the fact he largely and deliberately omitted Levantines for a desired and distorted outcome.
Ongoing information and fighting racism and fighting bias and misrepresentation of data in science, spinning data.
You know what's funny? Now that I'm listening to him, you know, Ankh is really like, it sounds like Ankh is like, his voice, like, is turning into Kieta's voice a little bit. Like, it's just like, I don't know, he idolized this man too much. You need to stop idolizing people, bro. Don't idolize. Listen, I'm agnostic. I don't believe in a religion. I don't idolize dudes, man. I don't idolize nobody. I don't idolize no geneticists, no archaeologists. I don't idolize nobody. I'm being real. I don't idolize people. You need to stop idolizing this dude. Just stop. Don't do it. Don't idolize this guy.
Giving alternative stories, alternative versions of what may have happened, or why a particular state may be the case. You know, this is a kind of, I don't know if you want to, but this kind of thing is to be criticized.
Isn't that the unfortunate truth? There it is. He's in it. Fight racism. He's in it to fight racism. Kieta's alternative story is a work of fiction. Not only criticized, but demolished and continues to be so due to recent findings by geneticists, supported and substantiated by the findings of anthropologists, i.e. Irish, Boson, Raxter, Brass, etc., etc., etc. Further, it is an incontrovertible, I think that's right, fact that DNA and skeletal statistics reinforce evidence of Eurasian migrations into Africa 30,000 plus years, yet he refuses to accept even the more recent Neolithic evidence of Levantine migrants. Kieta included various other players in the game, is racist, biased, and downright deceitful in his attempt to concatenate, I think that's it, concat, concoct a revised version of history into an intellectual weapon, with the European being the most common target.
Equity. We don't want equality, we want equity.
Kieta is a DEI Afrocentric anthropologist who manipulates data to serve a racialized agenda. For him, it was always about getting even and fighting racism, in spite and despite the multitude of studies that run contrary to his own hints. We don't want equality, we want equity. And so Kieta transformed his Afrocentrism into a weapon to stigmatize, belittle, and discredit Europeans. I'm gonna just let it play.
Even in Europe, the modern humans who came from Africa, who went there, who still had their tropical bodies, came from Africa, who went there, who still had their tropical bodies.
We understood that this nigga was clearly lying.
Yo, right here, they hate this. They hate this right here. I literally quoted this on Ank's channel. This is the one, Yeshu, you remember, this is the one I quoted on him. And I know he didn't like it. He did not like this at all. He hated this one. This is it. That's it right there. He hated this.
It's been a long-running discussion between Alefe, Sante, and myself.
Afrocentricity, or rather, Pan-Africanism without Afrocentricity is a slogan. But in order to overcome the slogan by saying I'm for Pan-Africanism, you have to say I'm for an Afrocentric Pan-Africanism. And that way, that allows us to use there is no Greek philosophy. There is only stolen Africa. We are the mothers and fathers of human civilization. There is no civilization without Africans. So basically, it's a protection of this notion of white racial supremacy is to deny that there are African virgins or that there are African Madonnas in these Roman Catholic churches. This is right out denied. Oh, no. If the people in Brazil, you got 100 million black people who live in Brazil. Afrocentricity is not about making the world, or in terms of everything African.
It is important that we have accurate information. The ancient Egyptians were black people.
We understood that this nigga was clearly lying.
There's no evidence that something called the Egyptian community or Egyptian culture was created in Syria, that a whole community of people came to the Nile Valley.
Oh, wait a minute. Nah, we ain't gonna let that one slide. We not gonna let that one slide.
We understood that this nigga was clearly lying.
we don't use those concepts of Mediterranean race, Alpine race. Here, well, you ask me very specifically. You ask me, when did Mediterranean people get these? I don't know what you mean by Mediterranean.
You know what's crazy is I'm pretty sure Unc just said something about Mediterranean, the Nile Valley and stuff like that. He basically said that they were Mediterranean. I don't know. He said something about the Mediterranean Nile Valley, but it's all over the place.
I don't know what you mean by Negro.
It's crazy. He says he doesn't know what Negroid, but he quoted Lawrence J. Angel, 1972, to Ngozi, and Ngozi just sat there, didn't freaking, I would have said, no, I want to pull up that article. As soon as he would have said that, and I would have quoted this, I don't like the anthropological term Negroid, because that Negroid word was used in that study. He just contradicted himself. So why would you cite that source to Ngozi, to somebody that's youthful, that wants to be a biological anthropologist or archaeologist? Why would you cite a source like that has a word that you don't like?
They have a tropical body plan. They do not have a northern.
Nah, we can't let that one go by.
We understood that this nigga was clearly lying.
The European body plan or Siberian body plan. They do have a tropical body plan.
I think that's it, right? Yeah, it's all good. And for the future audience, that's Egyptologist7. If you like their video, please go ahead and subscribe and like the video. Thank you. All right, back to Pseudo Unc. Unc, what you got for us?
You want to add something, Joe? You good?
No, I'm good. That speaks for itself. But you know, the guy asking the question makes the same. He makes this in that video.
Yes.
That membership be killing people, and then people want to group everybody into one group of folks based on what they look like. And it's a killer, man. You know, like okay, so we having a discussion in the Discord about black. You know me, I bang out on black. And the only reason why I bang out on black is because as soon as people hear the term black, they think certain folks in Africa. Renoko Rashidi went across. I mean, big ups to Renoko. Rest in peace to the brother, right? But everywhere he went, when he saw somebody go, he said, "Oh, Africans must have came from off of West Africa or wherever from the continent of Africa and came here sometime because they got dark skin people." It's a fallacy. That's a mistake, a big mistake, man. That's all I'm saying. Go.
It is a big mistake. Charlie been watching, like they said in the chat. Gold said Charlie been watching Bad Guy Argentine fuck with Neanderthal James and the song who doesn't understand? He thinks that convergent evolution is a separate evolution. It's three different types of phrases. Same thing with this man right here. This man right here clearly said this video is older than the discovery of non-African archaic integration. Like that means something. Like that's really gonna make you not African. You get it? Yeah.
Hey, wait a minute. Hey, I actually agree with this. This video is older than the discovery of non-African archaic. Hey, I mean, this is the same dude, the cross-eyed guy, Pan-African Designs and Apparel. This dude's been on for quite a few years, and like he barely gets any likes and views, and like I don't know, he got like 8 likes on his DNA, his autosome, his 23andMe results.
Right, he said this video is older than the discovery of non-African archaic integration. Like that means something. Like that's really gonna make you not African. You get it? Yeah, you won't get off that.
See? Go.
DNA diluted. I ain't gonna pay that. I got something real special for the Agile Art Science Department. Right? So let's get into the article a little bit, right? And so we will all upgrade our information, right? As new information comes, we will take this article, right, for what it's worth. It's in the journal Nature and it's peer reviewed, but it's just one article. Okay? It's one damn.
It's one damn article. One damn article. But guess what? Guess what, there's more damn articles. And how many articles is cited in this damn article? And this article is cited four citations. Talking about it's just one article. This dude is so goofy, bro.
It's one article. Okay? All right? I like to keep it on the article.
I don't even know what he even brought this stuff up. Let me see something. I don't even know.
Like Joel, see, we use that. You remember that, right? So sad to remind me. Remember? Agile Science Department, Joel. Remember that? Yeah. Mm-hmm. There you go. It's the second person on the paper there. All right? So what we will wait for is responses from the other side. But before we read the article, let's play the clip of the quote unquote, I would like to say, the Bible. What you call it? The Bible. See what we're talking.
The Bible DNA guy. The Biblical DNA guy. This dude, how do you not know who I am? And I done been on freaking Garfield's freaking channel doing freaking live presentations on that man's channel. And I know you was there. I know you were grinding those teeth. Why is Garfield getting this Hispanic, this mixed man, this non-black person to talk about Africa? Fucking idiot, man.
Let's see. Executive from first whole genome sequence of old cell individual timeline 2855 to 2570 BCE, age of pyramids, third, fourth time. Dual ancestry 77.6%, North African Neolithic 22.4%, ancestry 77.6%, age of pyramids, third, fourth time. Dual ancestry 77.6%, North African Neolithic 22.4%, Eastern fertile crescent, Y-DNA, E1, B1, B1, B2, B, mtDNA, I, /N1A1, B2. So something between, I think that he's on the I, not.
Who does this? I don't understand stuff like that. Like, why would you present my video and then block it off with a neon light car? Like, who does stuff like this? It's crazy.
So I-9 is on this West Asian phenotype, brown eyes and hair, dark black skin. Now, first mistake. Did you hear that mistake, though? Catch that mistake?
I sure did.
Hey, Bible DNA, don't speak to the Bible.
For your information, stick to the Bible. First of all, I'm not a Bible believer. I just correct and educate people that have no understanding of who the populations were that's mentioned in the Bible. I don't believe in eponymous ancestors. You have to know this. I know for a fact you were on the stage when I've spoken before. So what are you talking about? This dude is so, I don't know, man.
Your first mistake is looking at a DNA marker and saying we're a person. You made that up.
Did I make that up? Did I make that up? Did I really make that up? Or is this made up? Is this made up? Who made this up? Who made this up? It's easy. You can simply go to freaking Wikipedia. Or you can be like Biblical DNA right? And take the time to actually pull up this. You could do stuff like this. But since you're a pseudo and an Afrocentrist and obviously a racist, you can't do stuff like this. But it's just one article, though. It's just one article, but you couldn't pull up this one article. Crazy.
Knock it off. Stop. That's not Galley. That's not.
Yeah, I know. This dude was what?
We understood that this nigga was clearly lying.
Right? You don't read this right here and say, read all that, the first home genome sequence of old kingdom. First of all, they found this man in Upper Egypt.
How is he gonna tell me, man, how the fuck is you gonna tell me how to run my damn fucking channel? How you gonna tell me to do this shit, bro? What are you saying right now? What the fuck? Who the fuck is that guy? I don't know you. You were always a nuisance every time I was on Garfield's freaking live. You and Reggie, I said it earlier, I'm gonna say it again. Every time you and Reggie enter the fucking stage, motherfuckers hit the exit. They left, they fucking went to the exit. As soon as y'all came on stage, they gone. Garfield, you watching this shit? Now you know. I never said anything about it, but I'm damn sure will now. As soon as the motherfuckers came on stage, boom, nobody wants to hear fucking Reggie, and nobody wants to fucking hear Who daddy is this? Why is Michelangelo or the fucking Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles telling me how to fucking run my damn fucking YouTube channel? Nuts.
My fault. And Lord Egypt. Lord Egypt. Wait a minute.
Not far below. He up there.
Well, he definitely a control freak because I never seen, like, can you imagine, like, you shoot somebody telling you, oh, no, you should run your channel like this. You ain't running it right. You ain't doing it right, you shoot. You gotta put the rap song like this. Like, bro, who is this guy? Like, how are you gonna tell me how to run my channel? Like, damn, man. I didn't know fucking YouTube assigned fucking mentors when you sign up for YouTube and shit.
I believe that could be.
Which time? Cairo was considered Lower Egypt, right?
That's Lord. I believe it's in Lord. I believe that thing is in Lord. I swear.
Yeah. Where's
my Egyptian people at? Where the hell y'all at? That's something
Reggie hanging around.
Where you at, Reggie?
Anyways, this guy's so pseudo. I got something for his ignorant behind. I don't even have to go that long in this video to refute his ignorance. This is how smart I am when it comes to this shit. You shouldn't have fucked with me. I'm the wrong one to fuck with. And you fuck with your shoe too. We're like the fucking worst two to fuck with when it comes to this stuff, bro. I told you I knew what these samples were, bro. I actually fucking dig into the data. You don't see people doing shit like this. I dig into the data sets. I dig into the supplementary materials. Who you see doing shit like this? These are the two. This two, SKH001, SKH002, and I showed the admixture. And I'm gonna show the shit again. And there goes the third one right there. And I'm gonna show the Mesopotamian samples that they use. I-8432, Mesopotamia, Turkey. Check that out, Turkey. Next, Mesopotamian Neolithic, Turkey. Look at all these samples. Turkey. 2 Nimric samples, Iraq. So this is what they use for Mesopotamian Neolithic. Does he need me to show again fucking Moroccan fucking Middle Neolithic admixture? Of course he does, because he won't fucking be able to watch that shit. As soon as he sees this admixture, oh no, why I see Anatolian admixture? What is this? What is these results? Why is this admixture? What is Levant pre-Potter Neolithic B? What is this admixture? Since you want to fucking be my mentor. What is this admixture? SKH001. There you go. You see what it is. Ain't nobody have to lie on this shit. You fuck with the wrong one with this shit, Unc. Garfield should have told you I'm not the one. You fuck with the wrong one. And then you try to fuck with Yeshub. I don't know who you think you was trying to fuck with him. He's been fucking cutting you up from, I guess, from week to week from what it sounds like. He damn sure cut you up to pieces last night and this morning. I didn't have to do nothing. I was like, God dang. But look at these admixtures. These are the samples right here, y'all. And he doesn't understand why I'm so interested in this stuff. Why am I so interested in this stuff? Look at it, Y-DNA, T1A, 1A, 1A, 1. Look at the admixture. Why is the Y-DNA so important, Unc? Do you see this? Do you see this migration? Do you see that? Why is that so important? Do you know, Unc? Are you blind? Do you not see this migration? Africans, not Africans, are Africans? Hold up. Yeshua, you still there? Listen to this shit.
African and non-African don't mean you're not African. Doesn't mean that.
We understood that this nigga was clearly lying.
Crazy, man.
He said the same thing I said, man. Congo. Congo was Lower Egypt.
That's Lower
Upper
Egypt.
Egypt. Yeah, Upper Egypt is down in the.
All right, okay, we'll go with it. All right, so that's in Lower Egypt, right? Okay, now this man ain't gonna say where that man originally from. That's a lie. All right, now let's hear it again, so y'all know he made that up. He throwing his own thing in there because all people don't say that.
So something in between. I think that he belongs to I-9. So I-9 would have originated in West Asia. Phenotype, brown eyes and hair, dark to black skin. Now remember, dark to black skin, the same thing with the people in the Levant also had the same skin phenotype, also intermediate. Why? Because these people were outdoors, they were outside.
That article said dark black. Did he change the word to dark? Black, a little bit darker than black. Dark.
What is he talking about? Why would he stop? Why would he stop? Why would he stop me on that? Why? What was the point of stopping me? What was the point of fucking saying anything? What does it say right here? Encompassed human migration. These people were fucking traveling and moving around and shit like that. What is he saying? We got the paper highlighted up. I got nothing to lie about. And these are all predictions. It even says, although acknowledging known limitations in predicting phenotypic traits in understudied populations, the NUE001 individual is predicted to have had brown eyes, brown hair, and skin pigmentation ranging from dark to black skin with a lower probability of intermediate skin color. What's the problem with that? What's the problem with that, Unc? Why do you have to stop the video for that?
Black skin.
That's exactly what it said.
Yeah, that guy was extremely dark. Yeah. Now.
And that's what you focused on? So the Yemnaya was also extremely dark skinned, dark to black too? Are you claiming the Yemnaya, Unc? Is that your people now? Are you claiming the fucking people in Europe too that had dark to black skin prediction? You claiming those people too, bro? This is why I showed you that fucking Excel spreadsheet. I showed you that. Are you claiming those fucking people too? I'm not playing with you Afrocentrics, man. What the fuck is the skin game on? What is it about? What's the obsession about this shit, bro? If anybody's fucking watched my channel, they would tell you biblical DNA, they don't care about stuff like that. He just states the facts. Whatever the fucking experts are saying, that's what he's going to say. If they find out, oh, our original fucking research is updated, we find some more significant evidence to change what we originally believed, so be it.
So we heard that. Okay, let's keep going. So he's basically saying these genes. I think he was saying, let me get this straight, that maybe he wasn't talking about the person himself. I thought maybe he was saying the person that maybe his grandmother or something, right? Started on age. That ain't even true. When you see that, that's not saying that the person's great grandmother or mother's son was in age or half his parents was in age. That's not.
Oh, you trying to keep this up?
Was in age or half his parents was Asian. That's not. When you see that, that's not saying that the person's great grandmother or mother's son was an Asian or half his parents was Asian. That's not.
We understood that this nigga was clearly
Ain't nobody was saying that. We're saying that that's where his mtDNA. Damn, Garfield didn't teach you shit. Man, Garfield, you should be ashamed. Like, damn, this dude's been on your channel for how long? You fucking don't know how to fucking. This guy don't know basic stuff about mtDNA. Why SNPs? Ngozi, how many times have you spoken to this guy? And he doesn't know the basics, man? He done had Ngozi around him so much, and he doesn't know the basics. He doesn't know why this stuff is important.
You trying to clean it up for him?
No. I want to make sure. I want to make sure I got it right. That's it. I ain't cleaning up for him. I want to make sure I got it right.
I//N1A1B2. So something between. I think that he belongs to I9. So I9 would have originated in West Asia. Phenotype.
And what did this say? Where did I originate in this? In the original PhD thesis? Where does it say? In the Near East during the last glacial maximum or pre-warming period. So this is where I originally got where haplogroup I for mtDNA, where it came from. That's where I originally got it from. So when Moretz Jacobs, when she cited that in the original or in her PhD, that's what I was talking about. But don't know that because he was waiting for this. He only knew about this, and he doesn't care about where they come from. He doesn't care about migration patterns, where these people originally came from. He don't care about stuff like that because Africans, non-Africans, they're all Africans. That's what he fucking believes.
Brown eye.
No. He's saying the marker. You know what I mean? First though.
Yeah, he's saying the marker. He's not saying this individual started out there. He's saying like his, you had it right, like his grandparents started there and then he must have migrated to.
Yeah, that's not.
Oh, what? It's not true, Unc? It's not true. Are we sure about that?
We understood that this nigga was clearly lying.
This dude, how you claim to come from Africa? So what you telling me? Your L3 didn't originate in Africa too? You don't believe that Eve is L? You don't believe in the fucking out of Africa theory? You talking about African Americans need to love being African, but you don't believe that your mtDNA originally came from Africa. Bro, I just refuted him on Africa, bro. I literally just refuted him on Africa. He fucked with the wrong one. He really fucked with the wrong one. He's so done. He's finished.
All right, but let's keep going. All right, we're gonna give him some chance, some light, because he kind of gets there by the time he's dead. I ain't gonna go for
And hair, dark black skin. Now remember, dark to black skin. The same thing with the people in the Levant also had the same skin pigmentation, also intermediate. Why? Because these people were outdoors. They were outside the majority of the day. Introduction to historical context. Okay, another rat site, 265 kilometers south of Cairo. Period. Early dynastic, the old kingdom. Radiocarbon date, 2855 to 2570. BCE estimated age 40.
Yeah, exactly what I showed earlier. This is where it came from, right here. That's it, right there. That's where it comes from. Levant pre-pottery Neolithic B.
For 64 years. Height 157 to 161 centimeters. Barrel and preservation buried in ceramic pot and rock cocoon. No artificial mummification. Exceptional DNA preservation enables whole genome sequencing. Scientific breakthroughs for ancient Egyptian lifestyle and diet. Hence, physical labor indicators. Osteoarthritis, dental wear, high status burial despite labor and physical life. Diet: wheat, barley, terrestrial animal protein raised in the hot, dry Nile Valley. Isotope analysis. I want to mention right there when it says wheat, barley, terrestrial animal protein. First of all, a lot of this stuff came from the Levant within the Kufian culture, leading into the Neolithic, pre-pottery Neolithic food culture. And what this represents is the migration that the Epocalyptic Natufian culture migrated from West Asia down into the Arabian Peninsula into Northeast Africa. They brought along with them during that time, leading from the Epocalyptic to the Bronze Age. They would have had different migrations, bringing such things as boats, figs, and different.
I don't know about all that. Overstep.
You don't know about all of that, What does that say right here? You don't. What does it say right here? It told you right there in the freaking abstract. It says it also down here too. If you would have just read the damn fucking paper. Oh man, he don't know about all of that. He don't know about all of that. Let me see something. He don't know all about that. What does it say, Unc? You tell me. Let me go ahead and read this. Although the timing of the admixture event cannot be estimated directly, this finding provides direct evidence of genetic ancestry related to the Eastern Fertile Crescent in ancient Egypt. Archaeological evidence lends support to the early Neolithic shared regional ancestry between Egypt and West Asia, given its proximity. Dang. No, it messed up. Now it's probably not saved. No. Oh, well. Come on. I don't know what's going on with this. My computer is so hot. Egypt was one of the first external areas to adopt the Neolithic package that emerged across West Asia as early as the 6th millennium BCE or before, which could have corresponded with movements of people. This period is concoctionate with the observed gene flow from Mesopotamia to Anatolia, which may have expanded into Egypt as well, and supports substantial change in odontometric and dental tissue proportions occurred approximately 6,000 BCE in the Nile Valley, with general continuity thereafter, along with marked temporal differences in substance, such as domesticated plants and greater sedentism, and material culture, such as the introduction of pottery. This is the indicative of discontinuity between the Mesolithic 8th to 7th millennium BCE and the Neolithic populations. So, Ankh, you don't know about that? Did you read this, Ankh? Did you read this, Ankh? Because it said it right there. Did you read that, Ankh? Cultural exchange and trade then continued through the 4th millennium BCE, when Mesopotamia and late Iraq period features filtered into the Nile Valley during the later pre-dynastic period. But did you read that though? I don't know about all that. I don't know about all that. You don't know about all that, I think there's another part in here too. It says the same exact thing. Right here. The genetic links with the Eastern Fertile Crescent also mirror previously documented cultural diffusion, such as domesticated plants and animals, writing systems, and the pottery wheel, opening up the possibility of some settlement of people in Egypt during one or more of these periods. The NUE001 genome also allowed us to investigate the Bronze Age roots of ancestry in later Egypt, highlighting the interplay between population movement and continuity in the region. But go up here. Let's read. Why did these people come? Why did these people migrate for? Why did these people come from the Levant, the West Asia, the Fertile Crescent into Northeast Africa, bringing animals, domesticated plants and animals? Why did they do that? But I don't know about all that.
We almost like saying the Egyptians wasn't doing nothing until these folks showed up and introduced.
Hey, Yeshub, I've been up. I have not been able to sleep at all.
Right? Whole separate conversation. I know of no scientific evidence saying that they motherfuckers bought their herds and bought their grains like that, right? What you do is that population runs into a group of farmers. And it gets Africanized. Is what's really going on. How do you know because of these great works like
Africanized. That's listen, Africanized. Egyptologist 7, you literally like if you do a video on this dude, like it would just be, man, it'd probably be one of the best ones. Like you gotta use AI voice though, or somebody, or get somebody to narrate, because man, this dude is just like a spitting image of Kieta. He's just like, listen what he just said.
things like that, right? What you do is that population runs into a group of farmers. And it gets Africanized. Is what's really
It gets Africanized. It gets Africanized. What is he talking about, bro?
African.
It gets Africanized. But what did he say, y'all? Wait a minute. What did he say?
African and non-African don't mean you're not African. Doesn't mean that.
Bro, you refuted yourself. I thought non-Africans are already Africans. How can it get Africanized?
We understood that this nigga was clearly lying.
You fucked up, man. You should have fucked with me. You shouldn't have fucked with me.
how do you know because these great books like this? Right? Very detailed. Y'all think dumb that group of farmers stowing their way now with all their herds. Yeah, right here. Read this. The Dawn of Everything. New History of Humanity. All right. David Wingro. You know anything about David Wingro's work? You need to get on top of it.
Yeah, but this idiot won't be able to do this, Yeshu. He won't be able to do this. He can't do stuff like this. This is too difficult for him to do. That'd be too difficult to do, man. Oh, man. But what was it? It was full domestication of these crops occurred after the Natufian period during the pre-pottery Neolithic PPN. Oh, man. So it became Africanized. Oh, man. I got to clip that one, too. Man, that's perfect. We got to use that in every time you talk about stuff like this, Yeshu, it became Africanized.
Right? So I'm telling you that, right? That herds don't need humans to bring. It's one thing, they just don't. So I don't know about that, right?
I don't know about all that.
Evidence, but what I do know is, right, they run into farmers, right? They just do. Time period talking about their farming, right? And whatever the grain.
The time we're talking about, he don't even cite the time periods. What are you talking about? Listen, this is easy. This is how easy it is, folks. The chronology is there. AI is perfect. It gives you a freaking overview. Like, look at this. It literally gives you an overview. I used to have to go into Control F and go into all my articles and stuff like that. Look at this. And it gives you the citation for the most part. It gives you something where you can cite something. Look at this right there. There you go. Look how easy fucking AI is. Man, I would have to log in, but man, this guy is so special, yo.
You got, right, you know what I'm saying? Farmers take stuff from everywhere at times. I like that. And the farming the way they farm. They farm it in an African manner. They don't farm it in the Western Asia. They
what? They farm it in an African manner. What is he talking about, bro? I thought you said Africans, non-Africans are still Africans.
African and non-African don't mean you're not African. Doesn't mean that.
What is he saying? I'm confused.
We understood that
I
this
caught you in
nigga
a
was
fucking lie, man.
clearly lying.
farming in Africa, a North African man, to be exact, a Northeast African man, to be super exact. Challenge anybody on that. He's trying to paint a picture, right, like an invading race theory, where this whole group of niggas come in with herds, come with the farming, voila. That's
what is he talking about, man? Who said that?
Challenge anybody on that. He's trying to paint a picture, right, like an invading race theory.
I'm trying to paint a picture. What is he talking about, bro? What is he saying, man? I ain't painting no damn fucking picture, man. Insincere. Listen, look, bro, you're fucking pseudo. Insincere. Look at the definition of fucking insincere. Means not expressing or showing true feelings, not genuine or honest. You are pseudo fucking Ankh. You're fucking pseudo. Damn.
This whole group of coming with herbs, chemical farming, voila. That's not what it is. That's him overstepping the boundaries. Simple as that. The article don't say nothing about it. Matter of fact, the article talks about cultural diffusion.
He said the article don't say nothing like that.
That's him overstepping the boundaries. Simple as that. The article don't say nothing about it.
Nah, we ain't letting that shit pass. We can't let that shit fucking pass.
We understood that this nigga was clearly lying.
You didn't read the fucking paper, bro. You didn't fucking read the paper. We know you're not gonna fucking watch Yeshub's fucking video. We know you're too fucking embarrassed. Just admit you were fucking wrong. Just to fucking admit you were wrong. You didn't know what you're talking about. Just fucking admit it. You didn't read the fucking article. It was right fucking here, bro. Damn, it was in the fucking abstract. Holy shit, man. Like, bro, what are you talking about? And he doesn't know fucking about this history, bro. Like, he doesn't know about fucking the ancient history in the Levant. He doesn't know about this stuff. Where does flax seeds and stuff like that come from, Ankh? Where does freaking figs and grapes and all that stuff come from, Ankh? Where's all the fucking goats and sheep and lambs? Where all that shit come from, Ankh?
Matter of fact, cultural diffusion. Right? Like, like a back and forth. Things spread cultural diffusion. Cultural diffusion is different than whole migration will bring this into back. Remember I say look it up. Remember I said look it up? Mm-hmm. Okay, so let's stop right there. Let's get to the article, right? And it's important when we get to this article, right? All right. What's very important is when we're looking at it, that we don't overstep our bounds. Okay, so we're talking about the ancient society first in the millennia, reaching this peak. Okay, got that. See, theory sequence, 2-time coverage, whole genome.
What does that got to do with trying to fucking prove what I'm saying or disprove what I'm saying? It says it right there, Ankh. Read all the way down. As soon as I would have said he was talking about what? I was talking about wheat, barley, and stuff like that, animals and shit like that. Damn, it says domesticated animals and fucking plants. This dude is fucking retarded. Human migration. Dude, man. It literally said it in the fucking... I can't let this shit go. It literally said it in the fucking abstract, huh? I didn't have to fucking cut you in fucking 6 hours. I didn't have to cut you in a fucking hour. I cut you in the first fucking few minutes of the fucking video because you went on to different fucking topics instead of talking about the topic at fucking hand.
The ancient society first reach this peak. Okay, got that. See, theory sequence, 2-time coverage, whole genome from an adult male. Egyptians excavated at Uruk. Radiocarbon dating at 2,855.
I think the issue is that I don't think he's actually learned how to use AI. I don't think because it's coming to a point like, bro, I would literally, if I was fucking Ankh, this is a tip for you, Ankh, bro. If you're trying to debate somebody in 2025, just search what the fuck they got posted. Just for if my fucking, you should have fucking, what you should have done is you should have wrote everything down that I had on my power slide, right? Or maybe fucking ask me. I would have gave you damn PowerPoint for free. Run that motherfucker in fucking AI and see if it's true or not. I would have gave the shit if you could have fucking asked Garfield, hey Garfield, tell Biblical DNA to give me that PowerPoint. And I probably would have fucking gave it to Garfield. But this dude tried to fucking sit there and say, I'm lying or I'm not telling the truth. And it says it right fucking there in the fucking abstract.
So he lived a few centuries after Egyptian unification. Okay? That means when the whole country come together, when they unify.
Yeah, man, I'm just saying, like, this shit is fucking retarded, bro. And all you gotta do is control F2, man. Control fucking F. Like, how fucking difficult is this shit right here? Like, how fucking complicated? It's in the fucking abstract. Like, he didn't even have to do control fucking F. It's already right there. bro, like this guy, like, it's so fucking, he's trying to fucking read the beginning of the fucking article. Why didn't you fucking do that from the beginning instead of talking about fucking African Americans not loving to be African or not being African or something, not wanting to be African? They should be wanting to be African.
Let's see.
You're welcome. I appreciate it. If you can't stay, I appreciate you stopping by. Thank you so much, and I appreciate for you allowing me to use your video.
The genome is best represented by North African Neolithic ancestors. Once again, most of his genome, okay, is best represented by North African Neolithic ancestors.
And what is North African Neolithic ancestry, bro? What is it, You tell me, bro. You fucking tell me. I do this shit. This is what I do, bro. I don't just fucking sit there and not do any fucking research, bro. I am interested in this shit. This is what I do. I look for new fucking tools, new websites to keep me up to date with this stuff. Because I have a fucking busy life. I do different things in my life. But I still love this. This is a hobby. This is something I cherish. This is what I do. So why didn't you fucking just ask Ngozi? Ngozi would have told you how to do this.
Among valuable source at present. Okay? Available sources at present. Yet approximately 20% of his genetic ancestry.
Yeah, you should. You don't love Africa. That's why you don't understand the Africanizing of farming coming into Africa. You got to understand that those non-Africans were Africans, but their African farming wasn't typical African farming. It had to be Africanized farming.
Who's representing the Eastern Fertile Crescent, right? Including Mesopotamia and surrounding regions. They will always mess this up. So you see 20% and you see 80%. That's 100% human. Okay, we're going to read it. Wow. There you go.
That what the fuck was he laughing about, bro? I mean, he's so goofy, bro. The whole point was him to fucking refute me about domesticated animals and plants and shit like that coming from the Levant and migrating into fucking Northeast Africa. It wasn't about, it was 100% human, bro. This dude is fucking the airhead, man. Like, he's a fucking airhead for real. Like, how are you gonna sit there saying, I don't know about all that, and I'm not telling the truth, but you're fucking sitting there not reading what it says right here at the fucking bottom of the damn abstract.
So people are thinking that 20% of the Mesopotamian population, or 20% of the population needed during that time from Mesopotamia. I hear them all say, it's not the same. Not at all. What it's saying is 1/5 of that particular person's genome coalesce with that genome in Mesopotamia. In those areas. That's what it's saying. So, like when you read my DNA test.
In the Egyptology 7, the information is so fucking easy to get now. Like honestly, all you gotta do is create a fucking research gate, and majority of these of the scholars, these researchers and whatnot, these geneticists and these archaeologists, anthropologists, molecular geneticists, they all post their stuff usually for free on ResearchGate. If not, you can politely ask them and request, and they'll likely send it for you for free. They'll send it to you for free on ResearchGate. Luckily, I'm at the University of Florida, so I get this shit for free. Like, but before then, I was at the University of Central Florida, and I got it for free. But most of these people, they don't know that, and I understand, because people are like, they definitely need to do something. But what blows my mind is he's emailing these freaking scholars, like he's emailing these researchers, and I don't know what he's questioning them about. He's not even reading their research. Why would you email these people and you're not reading their research, That's ridiculous. That's, you know how idiotic it would have been for me to email all those Egyptians, Zigad, Yahya Zigad, what's the other guy's name? Zahi Hawass. Why would I fucking email them to request specific fucking articles, and email Mark Otwell and email all the other professors and researchers that I email Why would I bother to email them if I never read the fucking shit that they provided?
Right? You see that I have 73% between, right? It's simply saying that DNA that I have, 73% of it, in that particular part of it, coalesced with fact. It don't mean I was there, don't mean my father was there. 73% of it, in that particular part of it, coalesced with fact. It don't mean I was there, don't mean my father was there, don't mean my great grandmother came from there. It don't mean that. So it don't mean his aunt, uncle, and them.
That this nigga was clearly lying.
That DNA that I had, 73% of it, in that particular part of it, coalesced with fact. It don't mean I was there, don't mean my father was there, don't mean my great grandmother came from there. It don't mean that. So it don't mean his aunt, uncle, and them came.
We understood that this nigga was clearly lying. We understood that this nigga was clearly lying.
Fucking dude is nuts.
Talked about the parts of DNA that match up with that. 20% of it match up with that, which is actually 150. That's the correct to say. Let me see if I can get it close.
Yeah, I mean, no, it's basically like saying that this isn't true, bro. Like, this is a myth, that this never occurred, that this was all a fucking myth, that this paternal lineage didn't come from the Zagros up in fucking in the Near East. He never came from there, migrated into the Levant, migrated into Northeast Africa, and spread out in Northwest Africa and whatnot. This never occurred. This ain't important. This is not significant. This isn't significant according to This guy's so goofy, man.
I think this is the part right here. Okay.
And what was his admixture, Unc? You tell us, bro. What was his fucking admixture, Unc? You tell fucking us. What was his admixture, Unc? You tell us, bro. You tell fucking us. You tell us what the fucking admixture was. Why is this shit important for? You telling me fucking this ain't important when it comes to being associated with the fucking Y-DNA and the fucking mtDNA. You're a nut job. You're fucking retarded, man.
Let's see.
Nah, let me see something real quick. That shit didn't show right, huh?
Hold on. And I'm going to talk about what the 20% means and what the 80% or the 70%. All right, I'm going to talk about it. Let me just finish reading for a second. Hold on.
I can't, man.
It's a quick drive-by. Okay?
Quick drive-by? Shit, I waited fucking like 30 minutes for the fucking start of the drive-by. You were talking about fucking peppercorn hair, you dumb fuck. Like, this dude's so stupid, bro. Talking about why African Americans should fucking love being African and shit like that. Peppercorn fucking hair. Sudan. Sometimes it's south, sometimes it's north. It changed. What type of stupid shit is that?
They say this genetic affinity is similar to the ancestry pain in Anatolia and in Levant. Although, now watch this. This is also important, right? So in actuality, we expect to see this any difference because of where it's located. It's located in the continent. It would be actually unusual not to have other pieces of genome, you know what I'm saying, being part of the ancestry. It would be crazy. It's super duper black houses that have any different species. Although, now watch this. This is also important, right? So in actuality, we expect to see this any difference because of where it's located. It's located in the continent. It would be actually unusual not to have other pieces of genome, you know what I'm saying, being part of the ancestry. It would be crazy. It's super duper.
So now we're saying that they're fucking not Africans now, Unc? What are you talking about? It's crazy to think that people in the regional location would have outside fucking admixture. No shit, Unc. That's what it fucking says in the abstract, goofy. That's what I fucking cited. And you say, oh, I don't know about all that. I don't know about all that. I don't know about all this fucking admixture and shit. What are you talking about? What are you talking about, Unc? Huh? What are you talking about, Unc? What are you saying? Let me show you something, Unc. You ain't ready, Unc. What is this, Unc? What does this say? NUE001. What is this, Unc? What is this? Levant Neolithic. Morocco Epaphytic, Zagros Neolithic. What is that, Onk? You don't know about all that. These people never migrated according to you. Of course they will have outside fucking sources. Of course they will have outside sources.
Black out. It be non-scientific. Okay, it's called a geological or geographic. What's the word? Confluence, area of confluence. Okay, 3 continents. All right, that's what that is. Now, let me finish. It goes on to say, right? It says, hold on, this genetic affinity is similar to ancestry being in Anatolia and in the Levant Neolithic. It say, although more genomes are needed to fully understand the genomic diversity of the early Egyptians. So it's telling you right here, you gotta listen to it. It's saying, although, word although, don't fight that. More, it says more genomes are needed to fully understand. So don't be using this article, it says they fully understand.
Bro, that's not the point, Onk. I'm saying that it proves that this fucking individual migrated fucking, and there's proof that there's migrations from the Levant into fucking Northeast Africa. Goofy. It says, although more genomes are needed to fully understand the genomic diversity of early Egyptians, our results indicate that indicate. The fuck you talking about? Contacts between Egypt and Eastern Fertile Crescent were not limited to objects and imagery such as domesticated animals and plants. What is it doing there? It's telling you they did do stuff like that. It's telling you, yes, as well as writing systems. And we also know as the fucking wheel too. Goofy. Damn, man. These people so dumb. For thousands of years, the Egyptian dynastic civilization, approximately 3,150 to 30 BCE, developed monumental architecture, sophisticated technology, and relatively stable belief systems, becoming the longest lasting civilization known. Following the political unification of the northern and southern regions of Egypt, Lower and Upper Egypt, at the end of the 4th millennium BCE, the Old Kingdom, 2686, 2125 BCE, witnessed considerable advances, including the construction of the first step pyramid complex of King Djoser and the Great Pyramid of Giza, built by King Khufu. The population has been considered to be of local origin with limited input from neighboring regions. Yet more recent archaeological evidence shows that trade connections existed across the Fertile Crescent since at least the 6th millennium BCE, if not earlier, with the events of the Neolithic package, such as domesticated animals and plants. Cultural exchange continued to develop through the late 4th millennium BCE with the growing Sumerian civilization of Mesopotamia. This period overlaps with the appearance of additional innovations in Egypt, such as the pottery wheel and the earliest evidence of hieroglyphic writing in the form of ivory tags and tomb UJ at Abdos, dated 3,320 to 3,150 BCE. Bro, right there.
We fully understand. And remember, they take it for one thing. We can find the knowledge such a vast area. You can find another population different that have a slightly different DNA. The same way with African Americans. Some African Americans got 20% European. Some African Americans.
Bro, what are you talking about, man? This is why he can't understand this fucking paper, Yeshua. He's talking about African Americans and their admixture, bro. Focus on the ancient genome of the fucking Egyptian. Stop focusing on African Americans, bro. This isn't fucking got nothing to do with African Americans. You're not an Egyptian, Ankh. You're fucking not an Egyptian. It's okay if you admire the culture, if you admire the population, if you admire the art, if you admire the fucking region. Wonderful, beautiful. But you're not those fucking people, Unc. Your African Americans have nothing to do with the fucking ancient Egyptians, bro. Even if there's some fucking individuals amongst African Americans, bro, it's gonna be minimal. And of course, you don't believe in fucking Y-DNA or mtDNA that traces back to people. So nope, that's out the fucking window.
Wait, with African Americans. Some African Americans got 20% European. Some African Americans got 40% European. Some African Americans got 35%. Some African Americans got 10%. It ranges. So I'm sure that if you go to certain parts of the Nile, you're going to find it range. But you only got the one individual. So don't make it more than what it really is. What it is teaching you is, right, that based off the history, the historical narrative, we know there was a relationship between, quote unquote, Sumer or Mesopotamia. We know this. And we talked about this when we presented the article on the Mediterranean and what it actually meant. And we made the point that Mediterranean, right, is actually an indigenous Nile Valley culture with a Western Asian culture. And now we got DNA to actually verify that. And there's community.
Oh my gosh, folks. This guy, he's not understanding the admixture. He thinking all these people have the same fucking no, bro. He doesn't understand those samples that was used for this fucking research. They had admixture. This is the admixture. When you're talking about fucking middle Neolithic Morocco, bro, what does that consist of? What is fucking North African Neolithic, bro? Levantine, bro. It's gonna show you Levantine fucking components, bro. Look at this. I'm not making this fucking shit up. You don't know stuff about this, that's your fucking issue, bro. You don't know about this. This is your issue. This is what you don't understand. You don't understand this admixture. You don't understand people fucking back migrating into Africa.
There, and they form that culture that they all call the Mediterranean. Correspondence, they got written language, they trade. So you would expect to see this type of genomic expression in individuals. That's not off kilter, that's right where it's supposed to be. Problem's gonna be when people go in invading race theory. Where a whole race of people came in, that's not what we're talking about.
Right, there you go.
That's not what it's where a whole race of people came in, that's not what we're talking about.
Bro, who mentions stuff like that? He was the one to mention stuff like that. He's the one, and then first of all, you have the Egyptians actually saying, I think Yehizi Gad, if people can watch my last video, it was one of the Egyptians says that Egypt was possibly a melting fucking pot. That's what the Egyptians are fucking claiming.
Right, there you go. That's not what it's saying. They put all their herds, they put all the pottery, they put everything in toward these Africans. That's the way that's what she does. That's what I'm saying. They ain't no Southern African. But so what? They indigenous Africans, though. They wouldn't have to be. Look at where they locate them. Look how vast the earth. You put the whole United States in the daggone Sahara. Say again, you put the whole
Hey, Yeshu, could you imagine if he was so serious and actually fucking reading this article instead of just fucking talking the way he's doing? Like, he put so much fucking energy in speaking and getting words out instead of just fucking reading the article.
But that's going to be possible people that have different exchanges of DNA. What's a North African and indigenous African? Trying to get that through your head.
Indigenous African that back migrated from the Levant with different admixtures that came back into Africa with different admixtures. So yes, indigenous, yes, they've been there for a long fucking period of time. That doesn't mean that they fucking didn't have back migrations and different admixtures enter to their genome or their autosome, you dumb fuck. That's what you're not understanding. You're not understanding those fucking sex chromosomes, the Y-DNA, the mtDNA, the autosomal. You're not understanding the admixture. You're not understanding migrations. You're not understanding fucking chronology. That's your problem, Monk. Learn fucking about different populations and fucking stop claiming everybody's fucking Africans.
This skin color, obviously it's ranging because this particular individual has dark black skin. Now here's a game y'all like, but see, I thought you said they don't use black. Wait a minute, I'm saying they're not using racialized. They use it as an individual.
What is he talking about? See, he keeps going on the tangents like instead of just reading the shit.
Not to be confused with food that's used in a racialized manner, then act like it wasn't. We was just saying that he just called himself the dark-skinned people. Lie. Because the majority of these Egyptians weren't dark-skinned. Couldn't have been. They would range in skin color. Again, couldn't dark-skinned people.
So Ankh has the studies. He knows it all already. So why do they even need to sequence these ancient genomes from the ancient Egyptians if Unc already has them? Why do we need genomes being sequenced for it? Unc already knows it. He knows it all already. So there's no point of collecting fucking ancient DNA samples in populations to get a fucking a good component to determine what fucking skip mutation would be predicted in on all and moving forward and whatnot. Unc already knows. He has all the fucking answers. We don't need this article. Fucking Unc already gets it. He gets it already. He don't need this shit. He got no respect for this article. That's what he's saying.
Because the majority of the business weren't dark skin. Couldn't have been. They would range in skin color.
Or they ain't gonna like that,
Look at where they locate that. Why would everybody be super black? Why would everybody be super light? Why? Look at African Americans, bro. We not one color, yo. That's not.
Thank you. Thank you.
And African Americans are not one fucking admixture. African Americans carry different amount of different admixtures. Some of them carry a high proportion of, I don't know, let's say Nigerian. Some may carry Cameroon or Benin to go or Ghana. And then some might carry a higher admixture more towards Congo, East Africa, maybe European, North American or Native American. I'm just saying, all African Americans are not genetically the same. But what the fuck does that got to do with this paper? Whole genome ancestry of an old kingdom Egyptian, not African American admixtures. You keep on fucking putting the subliminal fucking messages in your fucking followers' minds to put a seed in their heads to think, oh, we're somehow related to these fucking Egyptians. That's what you're doing.
Pseudoscientific racist idea in your mind.
And you're the pseudo fucking scientific fucking racist, bro. How many do I gotta pull up fucking pseudo again and what it fucking means, bro? Pseudo meaning. What the fuck does pseudo meaning mean? What does it mean, Unc? Pseudo. Insincere. What are you doing? What are you doing, Unc? Not genuine or honest. You're not being honest, Unc. You're not being honest. You're talking about African Americans instead of talking about this fucking paper, Unc. But you're fucking trying to fucking evaluate me. You're trying to critique me. You're trying to fucking challenge me. Bro, you having problems fucking reading this damn fucking article because you can't do it. You have fucking attention deficit disorder. I would have just read the motherfucking shit instead of doing all this goddamn talking.
All sub-Saharan African dust in Khoisan amongst the light people in Africa. Indian located in sub-Saharan Africa. Make some sense around here. The oldest genome we got come from the Khoisan. And they the ones with the real peppercorn hair.
Bro, again, peppercorn hair, bro.
Make some sense around here. The oldest genome we got come from the Khoisan. And they the ones with the real peppercorn hair.
What the fuck does the fucking peppercorn hair has to do with the whole genome ancestry of an old kingdom Egyptian? Bro, Garfield, if you associated with this dude like that, bro, what are you doing with your life, bro? What is he fucking... This guy is a clear fucking pseudo, bro. He's a clear fucking pseudo. And you said this guy did a good fucking job? Are you nuts? He's talking about peppercorn fucking hair, and I read the fucking whole article, bro. I read the whole article for fucking anybody that's willing to fucking sit there and listen to me read this shit or follow along. And this motherfucker can't even get past the goddamn abstract.
As Africans, the Khoisan got real color peppercorn hair. Tight little ball. That's peppercorn.
Peppercorn hair.
The Negroid type.
What is it? What is this, bro?
Not the West Africans, the Khoisan got real color peppercorn hair. Tight little ball. That's peppercorn.
Peppercorn.
Not the Negroid type.
What is he saying?
Tight curl. Peppercorn is a little different.
Peppercorn.
So all this nonsense and all this playing game, right? I'm gonna do a video on this place on nothing. Man, they're indigenous Africans, man.
I'm not showing anything, dude. I fucking refuted your dumb ass. I've embarrassed your fucking stupid shit ass by fucking approving that you fucking change topics every fucking 10 seconds, bro. The audience are gonna see how many fucking times you change fucking topics over and over and over and over and over and over fucking again, bro. You change fucking peppercorn fucking hair, bro. What the fuck does that got to do with fucking domesticated animals and plants and writing systems and migrations through the fucking Levant Fertile Crescent and fucking West Asia through fucking Northeast Africa? What is, man, y'all? This dude, man, whoo, like, I done met some fucking special dudes before, but he's up there. He's really up there, man. He's really fucking up there, man.
And now we know they're indigenous to Africa. Now we got the sequence of genome. Now we understand they're indigenous to Africa. And it ain't the daggone Antonian aspect of it, or the Levantian aspect, to make them indigenous to Africa. It's the fact that they're independent. What's the point? Oh.
Man, I hate to throw you in the chat. What did African James say? We're talking about in the context of African versus non-Africans. Africans come from Sandlight to Dinka Black. That's what we've been saying, not Arabs. I'm saying Arabs as dark as me. I mean, I walk around with vitamin on because it's summer. But
again, look, y'all. What the fuck is he talking about, bro? What is that? Just focus on the fucking paper, bro. Like, damn, dude. These people need to be on medication, man. I can't. They need to be on fucking attention deficit disorder fucking medication, bro. I don't know. I have no idea what the fuck they were thinking by challenging me, bro. Like, holy crap, my IQ has fucking failed listening to their dumbasses. Like, you can't make it up. Like, I don't even know if I'm going to be able to read a fucking another archaeology, anthropology paper, research paper again. Just because I'll get stuck with peppercorn hair.
You see your comment in the chat, maybe you can make sense out of it. We know what they were saying. Don't make it. Go play with somebody else that got it. All right? What the hell y'all saying?
Egyptologist 7, you definitely need to fucking make a video refuting his ass to, like, just completely just trash his ass and Kieta. Like, I definitely want to make a collaboration. I want to make the best collaborations of fucking just toasting all these Afrocentric nut jobs. Because once those 300 plus fucking ancient Egyptian samples, genomes are available, it's game. Like, it's game time. Like, it's definitely, we got to get this shit on the roll.
The daggone most of the Arabs brown skin.
Can you see the screen, yo?
Yes.
Here you go. That's what they were saying. Black like Osiris. My real premise.
Uh-oh.
The majority of the ancient Egyptians were black people from the south.
Brian got time for this shit, right?
People because they all it's wild. You have to worry about sins, ranging. People just talk about skin. So anyway, the article clearly shows you don't dive, right? It just say although more genomes are needed to fully understand genome diversity of early Egyptians. Our results indicate that contacts between Egypt and the Eastern Fertile Crescent were not limited to objects and images, such as domesticated animals, as well as systems, right? But also in competence human migration. So you do have, based off the locale, you do have some design, right? But also in competence human migration. So you do have, based off the locale, you do have some design, right? But also in competence human migration. So you do have, based off the locale, you do have some design. That particular genome and that particular
we understood that this nigga was clearly
you were
lying.
fucking clearly lying, bro. You caught yourself and you sound fucking stupid, bro. You put your foot in your mouth, bro. You should have fucked with me. You should have just left me the fuck alone, bro. You should have just left me the fuck alone. Now what you just did is you got me Yap Game together. Now I'm a collaborate with Chief X. Me and Egyptologist 7 is talking. We all gonna talk, bro. We all need to fucking get together and finish y'all off. Y'all just so idiotic, bro. And not just to fucking refute y'all, but to actually educate people. to actually read these fucking research articles instead of fucking talking about peppercorn hair.
We go on and say thousands of years, Egypt, dynastic, civilization, process, 3,150,000 years. We develop monumental architecture, sophisticated technology, and relatively stable belief systems, becoming the longest lasting civilization known. That's known to mankind, man. Following political unification. So when they put it together, that's one of the oldest policies.
See, I told you right there. I told you he has attention deficit disorder, bro. How hard would it have been to just continue to read? He couldn't do it. He read like one sentence. That was one sentence he read, and whew, that was too much. He couldn't read anymore. He got sidetracked. He was, bro. I'm telling you, he has fucking attention deficit disorder for real.
One purpose, all right? Unification of the northern and southern regions, law and upper at the end of the fourth millennium, the old kingdom, right? It says witness considerable advances, including construction of the pyramid complex King Zosa, and the Great Pyramids built by the population has been considered to be a local. Look, the population has been considered to be a local origin within limited input from neighboring regions. Wow, been considered to be built by the population has been considered to be a local. Look, the population has been considered to be a local origin within limited input from neighboring regions. Wow, it has been considered to be a local origin within limited input from neighboring regions. Wow, say that. Local origin within limited input from neighboring regions. Wow.
Wow. Wow. Wow. Did y'all hear him? Wow. Wow. It can't be, bro. So what is all of this? So you telling me they talking about all these migrations and all these different admixtures and stuff like that, but it's all local, bro. What are you saying right now? What are you talking about? What are you saying right now? What is this? What is this? What is this right here? He doesn't understand that this is mixed. This is our mixed people right here. These people are mixed because he doesn't know chronology. He doesn't know these migrations and different populations and cultures and stuff like that. He doesn't know. These people are mixed right here, bro. This dude's nuts. Aye.
See that?
He did not say that.
Yeah, then he goes on to say, yet more recent archaeological evidence that trade connections across the present since it's like started.
So what is that saying, Unc? So what is it saying? Then you keep on reading the papers talking about migrations and whatnot. And these people, the different admixtures that would have occurred, the admixtures that they would have had, what you're saying, Middle Neolithic Morocco, that's mixed people, bro. You don't understand. That's migrations that took place in order to create that. People are so special, man.
It's a with the advent of the Neolithic package, such as domestic animals, a cultural exchange continues. Let's look up culture.
So I thought I was lying, bro. Anki just read it, and he's not. What happened? So according to my fucking proud presentation, I was correct, right?
Cultural exchange, what is this? Diplomacy is a type of soft power that includes exchange of ideas, information, art, language, and other aspects of culture amongst nations, and then peoples in order to foster mutual understanding. Continue to develop through the late 4th millennium, right? With the growing Sumerian civilization of Mesopotamia, this period overlapped with the occurrence of additional innovations, such as pottery, wheel, and the earliest evidence of hieroglyphics. This is my favorite spot right here. My country is spot. And they put it in all of it. 15 years later, Gunter Drive, talking about that forever. Now they want to use it. I know they do, because it's it. And that's older than the Sumerian. It says the earliest evidence of hieroglyphic writing in the form of ivory tags at 2UJ. Where my metanetic scholars at? Work on that. At Abdu, date 3,302 to 3,150 BC. They say our knowledge of ancient Egyptians has increased decades of bioarchaeological analysis. All right? Let's see where we at. Now, this is important, including the dental morphological studies on their relatedness to other populations in North Africa and Western Asia. It said, however, the lack of ancient genomes, particularly for the early periods of Egyptian dynastic history, but watch this, remains, see that word, though? It said it remains a barrier to our understanding of population continuity and gene flow in the region.
Goofy. That's exactly what I said in my video if you would fucking watch it. Or if you would have watched my presentation to Garfield. I said that exact same thing. I said there's samples that need to be fucking found so you get to get better fucking picture of what these people were admixture with. One, a Nile Valley Neolithic component. That's what you fucking need, goofball. So you're not teaching me any fucking thing. I've been said this shit.
Y'all don't understand what the hell you do.
I read this shit, son. You fucking barely can fucking read it.
Science is very fluid. They're telling you the truth. Now, by the time you read this article on both sides, they're going to be talking wild facts. They're going to make it definite. Article of 10,000 people that get on the G-Day, they can do all that. Nope, y'all doing more than the experts.
We doing more than the fucking experts, bro. We're doing more than the fucking experts because we're actually fucking interested in this shit and we know what the fuck we're talking about. Meanwhile, you don't know what the fuck this shit means. Good night. You have no clue what this shit means. You have no idea what the fuck this shit means right here. No fucking clue, bro. What does this shit mean, Ankh? Do you know, Ankh? Do you know what this fucking shit means right here? Do you know what this fucking means? Do you know what this means, Ankh?
Okay? It remains a barrier to our understanding of the population continuity. Don't act like y'all know what the hell it is, because they say it's a barrier. Okay? Although individual.
Don't act like we know what the fuck it is. Son, that's the reason why we fucking ones reading the damn fucking research. We're the ones that actually fucking read the fucking research to our fucking, to people, bro. Man,
Individuals from ancient Egypt were subjected to the first effort to isolate ancient DNA as a direct genomes sequence has remained elusive. Another guy was like, yeah, they got it. Heard him say it.
Yeah, he was cheering.
Elusive. To isolate ancient DNA as a direct genomes sequence has remained elusive. Another guy was like, yeah, they got it. Heard him say it.
Yeah, he was cheering.
See, elusive because of the challenging regional DNA preservation conditions. So far, only been.
So what does that mean, Ankh? Could you not explain that? That means fucking DNA doesn't preserve really well in that fucking region, guy. That's what the fuck that shit means. Why couldn't you said that? You're talking about, oh, people celebrating this shit. Of course they would. Yes, this is a fucking big fucking discovery. They were able to fucking sequence the first ancient Egyptian genome, bro.
Individual from Abur El Malik, that's from the Suleiman article. And in the Suleiman article, they say, hold on, y'all don't make no apathetic statements about this. But they all did. They made apathetic final statements about that. They did, right? They talk about only 3 individuals from Abur El Malik have yielded nuclear DNA, all post-dating the emergence of dynastic Egypt, 5,000 years.
Yep, exactly. No offense, but Ankh tells African Americans they should be proud to be Africans, though. They should love to be Africans, and farming that comes from West Asia into Africa has to be Africanized. And that Africans and non-Africans are still Africans. So it doesn't matter if you're non-African, you're still an African. But if you bring farming to Africa, it has to be Africanized.
To approximately 90,000, 400,000 target enriched phenotypes. Over the millennium spanning the dynastic period, Egypt was in several wide-ranging wars, occupations, foreign rule, and domestic episodes of internal political collapse. All right. Yeah. Right. But I'm gonna finish it off right here. First, it says together these processes may have subtly. See, subtly. You see, subtly. Not what y'all trying to say. Not heard say.
Substantially, bro. Together, these processes may have substantially altered or reshaped the overall genetic structure and ancestry of the Egyptian population. What does reshape the overall genetic structure and ancestry of the Egyptian population? That means foreign admixture came in there and mixed in with the fucking Egyptian population, guy.
They come from Asia.
Yeah, they get emphatic. They get emphatic. Not something. They get emphatic.
That's Chief X in them niggas. Right. Making that shit up. That's the Bible guy making it up. It says something.
That's the Bible guy making it up. Now, how did I make it up when you couldn't fucking pronounce fucking substantially and you told fucking Yeshua that he couldn't fucking read? He owned you in your own fucking comment section, bro. Do you know how embarrassed that shit is? To get owned in your own fucking video in the comment section?
Trying to say, I heard they come from Asia.
Yeah, they get emphatic. They get emphatic. Not something. They get emphatic.
That's Chief X in them niggas.
And then you gotta do fucking watching him fucking do this shit, say this shit, and don't even make fucking correction to the shit. Crazy, bro. Yeah, he does it eventually, but he didn't do it initially. He should have said, no, that actually means substantially, and that means they did alter. That was altered or reshaped.
Making that shit up. That's the Bible guy making it up. It says something. And even the black guys, they're like, yeah, you change all that. Ooh-wee. Say these, to say together these processes made something simply altered and reshaped the overall structure and ancestry of the Egyptian population. Here we present a whole genome sequence of the Egyptian individual. All right? All right?
And see, he didn't fucking catch it. Supplementally. He said supplementally, bro. And I told you fucking Yeshua, he said for haplogroup, he said he pronounced it uh-oh group. That's how he says it, uh-oh group.
Together these processes made
supplementally.
Here we present a whole genome sequence.
Just for Ankh, bro. I gotta do this just for Ankh. That's for you, Ankh. That's for you, bro. There you go.
Substantially.
Here you go, Ankh. It's okay, bro. I understand. But don't try to fucking throw my ass in the fucking mud and run me over when you fucking pronounced the shit fucking wrong and you didn't know what it fucking meant. And you try to fucking sit there and think basically act like I didn't know what I was talking about.
Right.
Or Yeshua didn't know how to fucking read.
Right. Here's gonna be your favorite part. The black skin.
Hey, That says go back up. It says it's substantially changed, not substantially. So that says it's go back up. It says it's substantially changed, not substantially. So not subtle, like it's in. Yeah.
You what? You should. Hey, what did you do? You messed it up the whole fucking time, bro. You messed it up the whole time with the peppercorn hair.
Not subtle. So not subtle, like it's in.
That's the problem. If Ankh had peppercorn hair, he would have been able to pronounce it correctly.
Yeah, they say it's substantially changed and altered, and we take the genetic structure of these folks.
Yeah, remember they said it's a few migrations over time, and how everything they did. Thank you for that. Appreciate it. My enemies would have took it back. Oh, appreciate that, bro.
He had like a dozen videos.
I think you can't make a mistake. You don't make a mistake. That's why I just asked somebody. But if you got a pseudoscientific department, you're in trouble. Right.
Hey, why is it that I'm by myself and I fucking read articles and articles and articles by my fucking self, bro? And I don't sit there and fucking make excuses like this guy.
A pseudoscientific department, you're in trouble. Right. Appreciate that correction right there, so just like that. Right. All right, let's come to this right here.
A remix.
Now, you want to talk about that? I think that's important. That's what it is.
Yeah. Well, okay. So, what was it before? What did they used to think the genetic makeup of these people used to be?
Well, that's what
that was a great question. Great fucking question. Great question. So, if you go down here, all the way down here to the bottom of the fucking article, right? All the way down here, you will see that. you'll see exactly fucking that. This individual belonged to fucking Levant Neolithic, Morocco Epapolithic, and Zagros Neolithic. Also, if you go all the way up here to the PCA, you would see what he clusters with and what populations cluster with it. Right there. Listen, look at this right here, y'all. I want y'all to read, I want y'all to get a good idea of what this red dot is right there, where it's at. Look at it. Look at the shape of it. Look where it's in. West Asia. What's on top? Europe. Right on top of it. Caucasus. The bottom of it. North Africa. Look at that. That's him right there. That's your main man. That's what this whole fucking reading of this article is about. Can't make it up, bro. Look at here. There you go, right there. That's him right here. Zoom in for you, Unc. What's this, Unc? You sure that's that? What's that, Unc? You see where it is? Levant Neolithic. What's these pink little dots, Unc? Arabian Peninsula. What's these little, what is that, purple? Yeah, purple, that's Northeast Africa, Unc. You see where it's what is clustered between, Unc? You see all this? You get it? You comprehend it?
Because I don't know that well enough to be able to, but they definitely saying something. So right now they're saying that they can clearly see that this North population is.
Yeah, that's these samples right here. That's why I showed the data set early in the video, because a lot of people don't know. He didn't know. I went on the fucking, that's what Chief X is talking about. I went at the end of the fucking video and I showed the samples. I wanted to show the samples and Ong didn't want me to. He kept on trying to stop me. He didn't want to show me these fucking, he didn't want me to show the samples. I think it's in and it's 3 of them. It's 3 samples. Yeah, and that's the same ones for right here. That's them right there. That's the admixture. But Ankh ain't fucking with me when it comes to this shit. And tell Ngozi to say if this is pseudo or not.
You know, their genetic makeup coincides with a lot of the low population, and they see, you know, a 20% small tinge of.
And to give you the possible time, 55,000, 70,000, 40.
See, that's another thing that goes into this.
Okay, now watch this. It's clear. Possible place of order.
So why was he focused again? I forgot why he was focused on this shit again for. I don't know. I forgot. Like, I forgot why he was focused on haplogroup N for mtDNA N. Why he's focused on this shit for? Ain't got no association with the Takari lineage. Ain't got shit to do with this. But I don't know why he's focused on mtDNA N. He should have been focused on mtDNA and find out what the citation. So he knew how to use Wikipedia, but he couldn't have done it for mtDNA. Fucking goofy.
Or Africa. Okay? The ancestor of it, L3. What's the descendant? All the descendants. Now, you are right. Of basal pen, which is the most ancient in Africa. All right? Okay. In North Africa. All right? So it says there is widespread agreement in the scientific community concerning ancestry of L3 and in current class. Now, however, whether or not down here, the mutation which defines WM is Myconian lineages and one trace in early human black flow to Africa. All right. Here, human black flow to Africa.
This dude's so pure goofy, and he's using an outdated fucking M1 paper for this. If you look in the description box, I posted Genesis 49ers video that he did yesterday, 2 days ago, or yesterday, I guess. If you go in there, you'll see it. He got a paper that you can cite. It's much newer. I think it's 2020, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not going over that shit. It has nothing to do with his paper, bro. This guy can't focus on this fucking paper to save his life. This has nothing to do with the fucking ancient Egyptian. He's
say it again, Joe.
So what I'm saying is, I think that the substantial change that they're talking about, they used to think that there was a lot of back migration that was feeding this migration.
Even though we know some might have people from Asia, some mutation migrated into North Africa. It's been in North Africa so long that it had its own sub branches that might have mutated there.
You check out that? Did you read the ancient DNA from the Great Sahara reveals ancestors of North African?
Again, has nothing to do with his fucking paper. This shit ain't got shit to do with fucking the ancient Egyptian fucking sample that we're dealing with. This has nothing to do with this. He's so focused on this for what? Why are you so focused with this for? Why are you so focused on this? Makes no sense. And look at the samples right here. Look at the sample that he wants to be fucking close with, bro. It's all the way fucking down here. This guy is such a goof, man. I think Afro-Asiatic and fucking, there goes the samples right there too. Where's that one? Let me see this one real quick. It's right here, right? This is the sample he's talking about. And these are the samples that the ancient Egyptian would have been sequenced to. That's right here, bro. So all the way up here, and he's worried about this shit up down here instead of fucking worried about this right here. But this paper has nothing to do with the fucking paper he's dealing with right now for his fucking video.
Just a second. Right? You don't got that.
I got that. Yeah.
That's a good one there, boy.
That's the one I'm saying I got to dive into. I don't know.
We're going to do that. Oh. That's a serious right there. I'm going to say this.
Why is he eating fufu on his live for? Like, bro, come on, man. You eating fufu on your live? Like, that shit's so fucking, I don't know, man. Who does shit like that?
Yeah. The one we just read, they said, no. In North Africa, that's a homegrown. That's a homegrown. Like that.
Yeah, homegrown. Homegrown.
More so, I'm saying that.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I think we said that for a while.
Is that it? I forgot. I don't remember.
What it? Black barbecue. I'm not allowed.
Social jumped on just to start some trouble, man.
Black barbecue. Hey, brother, how are you? Oh, everybody.
Hey y'all, so Reggie just entered the fucking room, right? There goes Reggie right here. This is Reggie right here. Reggie entered the room. All right. Hey, you remember when fucking I'm not trying to listen to all this. I need to go to bed. But I'm trying to see something real quick.
We can't play one sim. The doors are mixture thing.
I'm not gonna play all of this. He doesn't say anything good, y'all. So it's all fucking stupid. And Gozi's the only one that brings a little bit of knowledge to the topic. But I want y'all to listen to this real quick. I want this to be part of the video.
That still wouldn't make me a damn Egyptian. So now, you got my damn thought in the middle of what I was about to say. You're next, bro. You're next up. I got you.
Most Egyptians of Egyptian women are yellow. Why would you think that?
Hey, we got Brother Garfield on the panel, man. What's going on, man?
What's up, man? I wanted to be on the panel with Gozi and and Reggie, and King Sosa. Oh my God, Shezmo too.
It's
an honor to be on your panel, brother. And I just want to say, listen, I hope all the Egyptians are white. I couldn't care less. Because black people love white women anyway. So I don't know.
Oh, man.
I just had to troll for a minute. I just had to troll. Hey, listen. Hey, I saw what y'all put a post up, right? He said, don't jump out the window without evaluating the source. And I think you did a good job of watching for the last hour and a half. I think you did a good job of trying to let people slow down. I was watching.
You hear that, Yeshub? You hear what Garfield's saying?
Without evaluating the source. I think you did a good job of watching for the last hour and a half.
We didn't watch that last night. He said that he did a good job in an hour and a half. He thinks he did a good job, bro. So what did he just say about me? What did he basically just insulted my presentation. Because Ankh just completely disrespect me the whole fucking time, bro. He didn't admit that he was fucking wrong and he misspoke or anything like that. But Garfield said that Ankh did a really good job.
Trying to slow down. I was watching for the last hour and a half. I think you did a good job trying to let people slow down a little bit. A lot of people are jumping out the window right now. And like, they this, they that. They look like the person might look like. Who cares what they look like? Ain't Gozi. Hold on. If they say they look like ain't Gozi, would y'all be mad? I just want to know, would y'all be mad? If they too light? What?
That's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? So, but anyway, I got a debate tonight at 6 o'clock, man. These two Israelites.
I would like. Hold on.
Anyways, that's pretty much it. They don't say anything. They don't say anything beneficial at all in that fucking video. And Gozi says some things, but then like he basically gets bombarded, and pretty much that's it. Like he basically just he stops defending me because he's basically getting bombarded by Ankh and Reggie. So, but this is something that I would leave it off with. Ankh, you got your pennies in a bunch for dual ancestry, but what you don't realize is it's two DNA admixtures right there. North African, Eastern Fertile Crescent. Why would you take that and say, oh, he's trying to say that North African Neolithic and Eastern Fertile Crescent dual ancestry means that one parent comes from Morocco and then the other parent comes from Libya. I never said that dumbass shit. You fucking made that shit up, but guess what? The reason why you did that, you're fucking pseudo. That's why you fucking did that shit. Pseudo. You're fucking not genuine. You didn't fucking give me a chance to explain to you or anything. You didn't ask me to fucking explain this shit to you. You're not genuine. You're insincere. Not genuine. or honest. You're not an honest person. You just fucking think that people fucking, according to your fucking perception, what you fucking believe, what you would fucking think. That's your fucking perception. You don't know me like that, Unc. You thought I was fucking religious, bro. Goofy ass. You thought I was fucking religious and you didn't know. You didn't know that what I do is I sit there and actually fucking refute a lot of people that's religious. It doesn't matter if they're Mormon. It doesn't matter if they're Black Hebrew Israelite. It doesn't matter if they're a fucking British Hebrew Israelite. I don't care. I refute all of them. But I guess I'm in the business of refuting fucking Afrocentrists now too with fucking Egyptology. We want to be fucking Egypt because that's why you fucking attacked me, isn't it? Is that not why you were fucking attacking me? Because dual ancestry, North African Neolithic, Eastern Fertile Crescent. What is that? Is that not two? Having ancestors from two distinct cultural, ethnic, or national backgrounds, bro. Mixed heritage. What is this? What does it say? Was he mixed? Mixed heritage. This is mixture, bro. You put your foot in your own mouth and you try to make fucking fun of me.
Let's talk about what we actually mean.
When he says that.
Let's talk about what we actually mean. Because we're going to get some racist individual try to make that.
What did he just do, Yeshu? He just said racist individual, bro. So you just associated race being racist with me being racist, bro.
That's not.
You don't know what the fuck you're talking about, bro. This is what I was talking about, bro. I don't know what the fuck you was talking about. I wasn't talking about fucking Chinese mother and a French fucking father. No, bro. I was talking about this different admixture, bro. This is what I was talking about. North African Neolithic and Eastern Fertile Crescent, bro. That's different admixtures. That's not the fucking same. And you don't even know what a North African Neolithic is, bro. That's mixed peoples, bro. Learn what the fuck these people were. These people were mixed. This is mixed people right here, too. This is mixed people, bro. This is mixed. These are mixed. Mixed people, bro. It sure does. SKH, yep. With high Levant DNA. All right, y'all. To be honest, I have to go to bed. I think I did a great job. If you want to do more, I don't mind going again and refuting this guy, this pseudo guy. But I pretty much did a great job already. And the source that he kept on bringing up, what's this, bro? What is this? Near Eastern, a Morocco, Middle Neolithic, Late Neolithic, bro. Look down here. East African pastoralists, East Africans, East African foragers. This is a sample he kept on bringing up. Central African foragers, West African, bro. Why is all this shit all the way down there instead of being up here where the ancient Egyptian sample would have been fucking clustering with? This is your source. You kept on bringing it up, bro. I didn't bring this fucking shit up. You brought it up. You kept on bringing this shit up. I can go into all these fucking sources just like Yeshu did. When he fucking did it, I was like, God, he did the fucking work for me, bro. He did all the fucking work for me because if you read all this shit, it tells you about the people fucking coming into the fucking from West Asia, from the Levant into Africa. And all you had to do was read the fucking read the fucking abstract on this. You can just start right here. Go up here, you even. Look at this shit. However, many remains from the earliest Neolithic contents showed mostly European Neolithic ancestry. We suggest that farming was introduced by European migrants and was then rapidly adopted by local groups. Did it say that farming was Africanized? No, you said that, Unc. You said that fucking farming was Africanized. The Africans took farming and they Africanized it. It don't say that shit. It says adopted by local groups. During the Middle Neolithic, a new ancestry from the Levant appears in the Maghreb, coinciding with the arrival of pastoralism in the region. And all three ancestries blend together during the late Neolithic. Our results show ancestry shifts in the Neolithization of northwestern Africa that probably mirrored a heterogeneous economic and cultural landscape in a more multifaceted process than observed other regions. And this is the same paper that deals with Afro-Asiatic, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, this is a cut. I can read this, and I'm going to leave it at that. Influx of Levantine ancestry. Another distinct ancestor was introduced to northwestern Africa during the Middle Neolithic. All individuals from SKH show large proportions of a genetic component maximized in individuals from Neolithic and Chalcolithic Levant, Ptolemaic Egypt, and modern-day Near Eastern populations. The ancestry in SKH can be modeled as a two-way admixture between Levant Neolithic populations, roughly 76.4 plus or minus 4%, and local Western Africans represented by Tefrelot, 23.6 plus or minus 4%. If a European Neolithic, for example, from Iberia, additional source population is needed. The model is rejected because this Neolithic Levantine ancestry has not been observed on the European side of the Mediterranean during the Neolithic. It probably represents an independent expansion of people from the Levant into North Africa. Migrations from the Levant to Eastern Africa have been identified for Neolithic pastoralists, individuals around 4,000 years ago, who are presumed descendants of unsampled northeastern African populations associated with the spread of Saharan pastoralism. Does it say that it was Africanized pastoralism? No, you made that fucking pseudo shit, fucking soy quiera bullshit up. It's a spread of Saharan pastoralism. Both in SKH and Eastern African Neolithic pastoralists, Levantine ancestry is an admix with local ancestries. The arrival of this Levantine ancestry coincides with the appearance of a new ceramic tradition in northern Morocco, often characterized by cord-impressed motifs, roulettes, or wavy line, like the grave goods at Sikharet, belonging to Ashkar, where pottery. In parallel, cattle pastoralism was expanding in the current Sahara territory, and Afro-Asiatic language groups spread throughout the whole of North Africa. Our analyses show that the Levantine associated component also remains in the Maghreb during the late Neolithic, in individuals from Khahef el Barad Kep and the Gonches of the Canary Islands around 1000 BP. I don't think this is significant. And individuals from these sites are shifted toward ancient Levantine populations on the principal component analysis, BCA space. This highlights the complex demographic processes that took place in northwestern Africa, in contrast to the gradual increase in local and hunter-gatherer ancestry described in Middle and Late Neolithic Europe. And that's a wrap. I'm done, y'all. I'm done. I appreciate everybody coming in. I appreciate all the people in the chat, but I'm finished. I need to go to bed. I'm tired, I'm exhausted, and it's bedtime. So I'm gonna leave it with this.
African and non-African don't mean you're not African. Doesn't mean that.
You got to finish that convo with biblical DNA and keep shit real. People tried to misrepresent biblical DNA today, and I thought that was unfair. And when he came on, niggas got so excited they didn't even give him room to talk. The niggas did a show on Ankh for damn near 6 and 7 hours. Biblical DNA come up on there for the last few minutes, and motherfuckers wouldn't let him talk, but got his name in the caption. This be some fucked up ass ignorant nigga moderation shit, some disrespect. Niggas got agendas, cause biblical DNA would have went up there and cleared his motherfucking name and said you niggas is full of shit. And he's not gonna agree with that bullshit I wanna spin on him narratives is coming from the South bullshit. He's seen all that shit. Matter of fact, I'm gonna see if he gonna come on my show afterwards tomorrow.
But I'm going.
African and non-African don't mean you're not African. Doesn't mean that.
We understood that this nigga was clearly lying.
Yeah, I appreciate everybody coming and hanging out with me and stuff like that. I appreciate it. Thank you so much, Egyptologist7, Yeshub, Astro87. Hopefully I provided everything. And thank you so much. Y'all have a good night.